works in sports and in life.
The Herd. Yeah, it's poetry.
Outline your life in pencil, not pen.
Yeah.
Things change.
It's sports.
College football fans are freaking out. Oh my God.
Need I say more?
Total class, understated, just does his job.
Yeah, it's The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
The public is always right.
Listen every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Right here on Fox Sports Radio. The most fearless voice in sports is on FS1. The one and only Colin Cowherd is bold, unique, and outspoken.
Wow.
You can see him on The Herd weekdays at noon Eastern on FS1 in the Fox Sports app.
This has been two teams that have been around the top in the last few weeks. Missouri has definitely been up there a little bit.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fanrun Radio.
Good morning in Loudoun County. Trying to clean up this accident on the interstate. It's northbound 75 just past the Lenoir City exit. It's had traffic a little bit slow up through there for the last few minutes. Hopefully it'll start to move a little bit better. That 75 northbound just past the Lenoir City exit. Heavy through downtown Knoxville now. 40 east and west here at 275 Western Avenue. Zips Car Wash has been remodeling throughout East Tennessee. Get upgraded shine and protection today at your local Zips Car Wash. Check out zipscarwash.com for a location close to you. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Ladies and gentlemen.
All I know is you never had the makings for varsity athlete.
What is it with you and this obsession with this varsity crap?
People come to us because they don't sell them and they can't refuse because of the implication.
You wonder ever you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door. Some things are a matter of duty.
The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough to dispute. I was about to take advice from my clown's eyes head first into the shallow end of the booth.
It's Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure.
If it is to be said, so it be. So it is. So it is. So it is. So it is. It's a Tennessee thing.
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. John Reed, Cody McClure, Sam Beard, Bad News, Bubba. It is Wednesday, October 15th. It is part 3 of Alabama Hate Week. How are you today, Cody?
I'm doing all right, John. It's good to be here. Good to be anywhere. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm all right. What you doing over there?
Well, nothing. Just polishing my desk.
Just getting ready for the show?
Yeah, just making sure that it's nice and clean and that the wood looks good. And, boy, these are nice desks.
These are nice desks. I do like these desks.
You got to take care of this wood. You got to make sure it's good.
Sam, you good over there?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Can't complain. Also taking care of my wood back here.
What'd you say?
Taking care of my wood back here.
Bubba, you good over there?
Bubba's put himself on probation, he said, after yesterday. He said he's not.
He's going to stay focused.
He's miming today, I guess. He's
All
pulling
right.
a Shedeur Sanders on us.
That works for me. That's good. I'll take it.
You know, if I wrote a song called Wood, it would be about these desks because the desks are so nice. I could write a song called Wood, too. Not the only one. Taylor.
You should.
Yeah, I should. Good morning to the freaks and everyone else out there, too. I haven't told the freaks good morning in a while. I was thinking about that earlier. They're probably really missing my good morning wishes. So I want you to know I hope you're all having a great morning and that life is good. Everybody's doing all right.
There's been a request for a big hell yeah this morning in the chat.
For what?
From you. Matthew writes in, Cody, can we get a big hell yeah this morning instead of good morning? Or in addition to good morning.
Hell yeah! Does that work?
That's good enough for me.
Got me fired up.
All right. It is Alabama week, third Saturday in October. Bama Hate Week.
We'll see if it's good enough for Matthew.
My neighbor came up to me last night wearing a Michael Myers mask. You know, the ones in the neighborhood that are a little, what's the proper word? Without being rude.
Scary?
Backward.
Scary, I think.
Yeah.
If that guy came up to me in a Michael Myers mask, I'd be a little worried.
Look, they're good people, okay? But they're just a little backward. They're they're nice folks. They have a good time. They're just they're the kind of folks that they've been in and out of jail a couple times for some dope and whatnot, and just a little rough around the edges. Been on the dope a couple of times, but they may or may not fly a Confederate flag out front but they're nice. They're not mean people. They're just they're a proud bunch. And anyway, he came up to me yesterday. I pulled up and guy's walking up in a Michael Myers mask, and I didn't even know who it was at first. And then I was like, oh, it's got to be the neighbor. Who else would be walking up to me like this?
What did he say to you?
He's just like, hey, man, I've been scaring everybody in the neighborhood. I've been scaring everybody. I've been going door to door, been going up to everybody's house scaring them. I said, you better be careful. Somebody will shoot you if you're not careful. I'm cool because I know it's you and like we're cool, but I was like, you've been going up to every house with that mask? He's like, yeah, everybody in the neighborhood. I've been going up scaring the heck out of people. I said, well, be careful, brother. Somebody take that the wrong way. And yeah, it's Halloween, but you got to be careful just going up on somebody's porch wearing a Michael Myers mask.
It ain't Halloween just yet. I don't know if we're in the window where you can be walking up doing scary stuff just yet.
Well, especially as a grown man,
Well, yeah, as a grown man, that does make it a little bit tougher, too.
So he was at your door?
No, he was across the street, and when I pulled up, he walked over to me.
Kind of at the gate?
Yeah, he kind of walked up to me, and he's like, what's with it? I don't even know what he said.
Do you have a knife?
No, he didn't have a knife.
Do you have a jumpsuit on?
No, he was wearing like a black T-shirt.
Oh, he was wearing regular clothes with a mask?
Wearing his wife beater and his gym shorts,
Did you tell me it wasn't that scary?
No, I played along. I was like, yeah, it's scary, man. It's kind of scary. And then Bear came by to watch the part of the Dodgers game.
Sure.
And go ahead, make your jokes.
No,
make fun of me.
No, that's fine.
And he did the same thing to Bear. He walked up to Bear, and you can imagine that reaction. What do you want? What do you want from me?
I know that scared Bear a lot more than you.
I said, don't worry. I know the guy. We're good. He's a good guy. He's like, I don't like strangers coming up to me like that. It's all right. They gave me a pepper the other day. Did I tell you that? The old man across the street gave me a pepper, one of those Carolina Reapers. I knew what he was doing. He's like, just take a bite out of it. It's not hot.
He told you it wasn't hot?
Yeah. I knew it was going to be extremely hot.
Sure.
Why else would he want me to take a bite of the pepper?
You should have faked a health concern.
Yeah.
Said it's giving you ulcers.
Pretend I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah. Inspect, you told me it wasn't hot.
I placated him.
You told me it wasn't hot. Why would you do this to me? Do you have any milk? My heart, it hurts. Start grabbing your chest and go down. Well, there's Cody's evening. Sam, did you do anything cool last night?
Watched a really strange movie.
What'd you watch?
Sovereign.
Okay.
Was like Nick Offerman is this psycho dad who basically was like anti-government and just like anti-establishment on everything. And he's going around the country like teaching people his ways, and he's got a little kid with him, and he's trying to kind of teach his kid how to be the same way, but the kid doesn't really want to be the same way.
Was it any good?
Kind of, yeah. It was just, I don't know how to describe it. It was just a really jarring movie, kind of. It's hard to describe it without giving away too much of it. But it was some it was an interesting ideology.
The old sovereign citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah. There used to be a group of old men in Oak Ridge who they had, that was like their thing. I don't know if that's still a thing that exists, but I remember back in the newspaper days, I had to cover it. They're like, yeah, we live here, but we don't play by your rules.
That's basically what it was. Yeah. He had like the bank coming after his house and everything. And he's just like, I don't know who those people are. They got to come formally meet me to kick me out of my house or whatever. Meanwhile, the cops are just banging down the door and talking to the kid whenever the dad's not there. It was strange, but it was solid. Nick Offerman's a pretty good psycho.
Bubba, anything cool for you last night?
Softball for Bubba. He was in the batting cages. 3-0.
Good job by Bubba
after starting 0-3. Bubba softball.
Oh, 0-3.
3-0 after starting 0-3. We're back to 500. Am I getting that right, Bubba? Yes.
Oh, okay. They're 3-0 after going 0-3. Okay, so that's 3-3. Add that up together. Okay, good job by the boys.
Now, what's going on with Bubba? Why are you his interpreter today?
He's put himself on probation, he said, after yesterday.
So he won't be speaking today?
He's going through me.
What happened?
He's going through you?
I'm like Ipe Mizuhara to...
That's kind of annoying for you, ain't it?
Bubba's Shohei, I'm Ipe Mizuhara.
Okay.
It's a fun game to play, honestly.
All right. Well, as long as you two are having fun over there, as long as the P team is having a good time on the other side of the glass, then I'm good with it. I'm completely fine with it. Bubba's smiling, I'm smiling. Works for me. That's my guy.
How was your night?
My night was fine. I watched Dancing with the Stars for 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have anything good? Did you eat anything good for dinner?
Yeah, I ate a good dinner. I will say that.
The old lady cooked for you?
Yeah, some salmon, rice, zucchini, and squash. I eat salmon all the time. I eat salmon at least once a week. We get it's
great.
Nice. She put some nice glaze on the salmon. Eat it. Now I will say it always hurts my stomach, but I love it when it's going down. You know what I mean? Like my mouth is salivating just thinking about it. But yeah, then she's like, "Can we please watch Dance with the Stars?" Because I've never really met anybody like this. I've never really dealt with somebody who like sits around and actually votes on these shows.
Really? She votes.
She votes. Yeah, you get 10 votes.
She's texting the number in and everything.
Yeah, and then like she shows me like the text thread, and it's like 5 or 6 different names 10 times in a row. She's getting all 10 votes in for them, I guess, to make sure that her favorites stay. Which I've watched reality shows. American Idol back in the day. There's plenty of ones like, hey, text in to vote, call in to vote. I've just never dealt with anybody actually voting. But she wanted to watch it live so that she could get her votes in. I said, okay.
I always thought that was kind of fake, honestly.
It might be. I mean, I don't know if they're real or not. They said they set her, which was kind of weird because last night they was like, we set a record for it was 12 million votes. But by the way, we're not sending anybody home this week. So I was like, well, what the hell is the point of this? The point was they were doing tributes to people. And I actually got my feelings a little bit about it. I'm not too proud to admit I shed a couple tears because they were bringing these dancers in and they dedicate a dance to somebody. Now, some people were like, hey, I'm dancing for my daughter, or hey, I'm dancing with my mom, or, like the crocodile hunter. He's on it. And he's like, hey, I'm bringing my mom on. Mom's my hero. Mom, my dad was 2, or I was 2 and my dad died when he got bit by that stingray or stung by that stingray. And, as I get older, I realize, hey, Ma had to really hold us down, and she's a strong woman. I want to dedicate this to her and have her out here shining. And it was cute. They have a cute song, and then she comes in, they're dancing. That's cute. But then Topanga's on it. Do you know who Topanga is, Sam? Does that name anything to you? Boy Meets World, Topanga?
Boy, do we know Topanga.
Not a lot, honestly.
Well, anyway, she was a lot of people's first crush growing up. Topanga, Boy Meets World. It was a coming-of-age show. You know, it came on TGIF on Fridays. Anyways, there's a teacher on there, Mr. Feeney. Cody, I'm sure you remember Mr. Feeney, right?
Of course.
Well, her dedication was to Mr. Feeney, and it's showing him, and it's like their flashback, and she's talking about how, he had already won 2 Emmys by the time we did Boy Meets World, and he just took us under his wing and treated us like professionals, and he's been my mentor for 30 years, and I just love him. Then it flashes to him and his wife, and he's 90 years old sitting at his home on camera. Well, then they bring him on stage. He starts the dance with her, like as the teacher, still sitting there at the desk, and I don't know. It just
always had the hots for Topanga.
It just made I don't like that aspect of it. She was like 12 when they first started, doing.
It was a different time
doing the show. I don't necessarily like that, but
how old is Topanga now? Like 40s?
I'd say she's 45, 44.
Yeah.
She still looks young though. I mean, she still looks great.
Yeah, she's pretty.
She still looks great and still looks young. But yeah, so when they had old ass Mr. Feeney up there, I shed some tears because I was like, man, we're getting old.
Yeah.
We're getting old.
Well, the show was, it was older than us, right?
Boy Meets World? No. Boy Meets World.
We kind of
might have been older than you.
But yeah, I want to say they were a little older than me. Like when Topanga was 16, I was 12 or whatever.
44, does that sound right?
45, yeah.
Oh, so she's quite a bit older than me.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant the show. Well, I was going to say the show aired whenever I was a boy. Is what I thought. I thought you were saying the show's older. The characters were older, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the show very well.
Okay.
I watched it.
I feel like it started like in 95, maybe. Is what I thought in my head. Maybe. No, 93. Okay. Yeah, they're like 7, 8 years older than me. But that's when you have the hots for the characters then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Topanga's one of my first memories growing up as a boy.
It's kind of sad how he did Topanga in the college years, to be honest, because she is a very fit. I wouldn't even really say that thick, honestly, but there's a whole episode about her being fat, and I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy." She talked about it. She's like, "I'm not fat." On the show, that was the bit for a whole season, was that I was so fat.
Yeah,
she's like, it took a toll on me. I wasn't fat, but anyways, she's still hot, and she danced for Mr. Feeney. It does make me sad because it seems like all the other people on Boy Meets World, Sam, they ain't really gone on and done too much else. So they still like getting together. They have a podcast where they just talk about old episodes and interview people from the show and just do this stuff. But the main character, the boy, Ben Savage, he just has nothing to do with them. So all the old characters are there watching her dance for Mr. Feeney. But the main guy, he couldn't be bothered to come. And that also made me sad, too. I was like, I hope he finds happiness in his heart.
What's he doing with his life?
I really don't know. Probably nothing. And he's probably like, I'm tired of being the boy in Boy Meets World. Like, it probably did some psychological damage to him, I would say.
He never got another acting job?
Not really, honestly. Not really. They got together and they did Girl Meets World for like the Disney Channel, which that's where Sabrina Carpenter kind of got famous back in like the early 2014 or so. She was the girl in Girl Meets World. But I don't know if he's done anything else really outside of that, but it's just weird that he just wants nothing to do with them. Anyways, that was my night last night. Oh, and I also watched Butch Jones.
Oh, yeah. I watched a little bit of Butch.
Which shout out to them. Fourth quarter comeback. But, man, through like 50 minutes, I was like, this team is terrible. It's poorly coached. What the hell is Butch doing? He looks miserable. He's scared to go for any 4th and 1s around midfield. I was like, I'm having PTSD. Then they're down, 14-3 in the fourth quarter. About 11 minutes left or so, 10 minutes left or so. And they flip a switch and come back and score and win, kick a game-winning field goal at the end. So shout out to Butch. I guess he survived.
Nobody can take you on an emotional ride like Butch Jones.
He's just yelling on the sideline, just berating his offensive linemen for messing up. And they were messing up. Like, I was getting mad at him, too. I was like, what are we doing here, boys? And he's yelling. He's telling them to get it together. But eventually they do snap out of it, and I'm sure he's feeling pretty good. Back-to-back wins at Arkansas.
His anger is really something to see, isn't it? Like, I kept just waiting on the Butch cam after a negative play, just anything bad Arkansas State did. They would pan to Butch and just that red in the face. Just
there's nobody that looks like they have actual steam coming out of their ears more than Butch Jones.
I know, and it's kind of scary. I got to thinking, like, if you were around him all the time as an assistant coach, wouldn't you just be on pins and needles? I mean, or if you're like a reporter that covers them, and like, how do you ask him a question after the game? Coach, things didn't quite go your way out there today. It didn't appear, and he's just turning purple.
The hair's thinning out a little bit, but also like. He's 57, man. He needs to relax a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, his blood pressure's got to be through the roof.
Yeah, he's 57. He's in the danger zone right now. He needs to chill out.
An angry man.
But, there was part of me that was happy they got the win. Good for them. God, I thought he was getting fired.
Yeah, I kind of found myself rooting for him.
I thought he was going to get fired.
Until they got down there to kick it, and then I wanted him to miss.
The Butch Jones reaction would have been funny to that.
Yeah.
It was a terrible football game, though. Like, both teams were awful. And, like, look, I understand I'm watching bad Conference USA football on a Tuesday. I know what I was signing up for. Or maybe it was a Sun Belt. Sorry, it was a Sun Belt game. But
Fun Belt.
It wasn't very fun. No, it was. When I think of Fun Belt, I think of points. This was 7-3 at halftime. It was bad. But, they made some plays. They won. Good for them. Live money line bet come through. Shout out to Butch. Cha-ching.
He owed you.
He does. You know what? That's a good point. He owes me a little bit more too. Good call by you. Good call by you. He owes me a little bit more, but
nice to see him come through a bit.
He is still red and purple. But there was part of me that got sad. Maybe I was just in my emotions because I was watching, Topanga and Mr. Feeney. But I was like, you know what? Good for Butch. I guess he's still got the love of the game and love of teaching, because I was like, why else would he be doing this to himself? Like, did he not make enough money? Has he not made enough money in his coaching career just to stop? Like, to tell his wife, like, I don't want to coach at this terrible school on Tuesday nights anymore. Can I just quit?
Jonesboro, Arkansas is not a desirable place to live, really, either. I can tell you from experience. There's not a lot going on there.
Is that close to where you're from?
Yeah, about an hour and 15. That's where we would go to the mall.
So at least there's a mall. Okay.
There's a mall, and but I was thinking about this last night. I was like, I wonder where Butch lives in Jonesboro, because it's just
Is there a lake? I assume there's a lake somewhere?
No, it's a farm town.
Okay.
There's nothing but mosquitoes.
Maybe he's got a ranch.
Mosquitoes and combines. I mean, that's all you see over there. Rice fields. Like, there's nothing there.
But I was like, you know what? At least he's got a love for the game. At least he still wants to be out here doing this. And that kind of made me sad, but also like, he's probably happy. Or then I was like, or deep down, is he just like, I got to desperately get back to a better job. Like, I got to get myself back at a different job. Because that made me sad too. Say I'm watching Mike McCoy in his press conference. He was basically crying during the Titans introductory press conference to be an interim coach. He's like, have I dreamed of being a head coach again? Yeah, of course I have. I'm like, oh God. Like, so he's just been sitting here plotting, like, how am I going to get my chance? But maybe he'll have the boys fired up. But I was thinking that about Butch Jones, just going from Cincinnati down to Arkansas State, much less a stop at Tennessee, which, say what you will, it's a top 15 job in the country. It's a top 15 program historically in the country. It's near the top of the sport. To go from that, being the man here, to being stuck in Jonesboro, Arkansas, that's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know where he would live. I mean, because it's not like they have affluent suburbs or anything. It's just like, it's an overgrown small town. I mean, that's all it is. There's an Olive Garden, a Chili's, like, it's just, there's not a lot happening there. I don't know where Butch lives. I'd be interested to know.
Let's see if we can find it out. We'll go to break. We'll come back. We'll put our Butch Jones hate aside, and we'll start focusing on Alabama hate. Let's talk sports on Fanrun Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fanrun Radio.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded.
For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axel Logistics is the place to start your career.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues. Every bet type you can imagine. Live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fanrun sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
Fanrun is giving away a huge prize package.
That's a big box. What's in there?
You're going to want to find out.
What's in the box? What's in the box? Give me the gun.
A winner will be drawn live on Halloween during Fanrun Friday at Calhoun's on the River.
To learn how you can earn entries, make sure you're tuning in daily to Fanrun Radio and following us across all of our social media platforms on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, and Instagram.
Good morning. Still a little bit crowded right now. Certain sections of Kingston Pike, especially in the Bearden area. Steady flow of traffic continues on Alcoa Highway northbound right now up by UT Medical Center. It's just crowded on Broadway. Trying to get up on that ramp to 640 there on the backside of Sharps Ridge. Watch for radar on 75 traveling up through certain parts of Campbell County this morning. Hey, turn your gold and silver coins into cash today at Fountain City Jewelers, located in the heart of Fountain City, right next to Litton's. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Little Alabama hate coming at you as coaches, players here at Tennessee going to be asked about some comments made by Alabama's wide receiver Jeremy Bernard, who compared Tennessee's defense to, quote, a field of dreams for the Tide receivers. It's a great opportunity for our offense. They give you a lot of yards. For us to have an opportunity to go against man-to-man, it's a field of dreams. Willie Martinez was asked about it here at Tennessee. He said, we don't really pay attention to stuff, but I'm sure the players have seen it. Alabama's good. I did like that Willie threw in, hey, we went against those receivers last year. AK, remember when we beat you last year? Buccos. Ty Simpson was asked about it, whether or not he thought Tennessee's defense was vulnerable. He took the high road. He said no. He said, they look good to me. They're good physical defense.
Didn't want to give us any bulletin board material.
Not after his wide receiver did. But Tennessee, of course, 0 for 1 on bulletin board material.
I imagine Ty Simpson really wants to beat Tennessee. Being a Tennessee boy and all.
You would think so. I wouldn't think it's one of those situations where there's any ill will, though.
I don't know. Tennessee, after what Heupel did to his daddy back in 2022.
Tennessee tried hard to recruit him.
Back when UT Martin was the coach. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Or when we played UT Martin, Ty Simpson's dad was the coach.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
We gave them a little extra. But that's kind of just what we do to those teams.
But he shouldn't have any ill will towards us. We tried to recruit him. Hell, he's the one that spurned us. I hope that Josh and the boys look at him and say they really want to beat him.
Would you like to have him?
I was thinking about that this morning, actually, when I was watching that press conference. Would I like to have him?
I mean, if I asked you week one, the clear answer would be no. But it feels like everybody's kind of come around on him as the season has advanced.
You're just throwing Joey to the side that way?
Yeah.
Sam, would you rather have Ty Simpson or Joey Aguilar?
You're asking me like now or preseason or what?
No, I'm asking you now.
I probably would take him, yeah, but I think it'd be a tough decision.
Poor Joey.
Bubba, don't speak if you would rather have Ty Simpson over Joey Aguilar.
Poor
All right,
Joey.
So 3-0. That's crazy the way you guys are turning your back on Joey.
Whoa. I didn't say nothing. I asked the question.
You said yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, in your head.
Absolutely did not.
In your eyes, you did. That's the reason you asked the question.
No. I'd rather have Joey.
Don't back down now.
Sign me up for Team Joey. I was wondering where you guys stood on the matter.
Let me know on. Let me answer you on Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Yeah.
I know the game is bigger than just the quarterback battle, the quarterback performances, but it does feel like the quarterback who plays better is going to win. Like if Tennessee is going to win, Joey's got to ball out. I feel pretty solid that Ty Simpson's going to give at least a B minus performance. Is that fair to say? Like he is going to be pretty consistent and he's going to go out there and he's at least going to be a B or B minus, which I do feel like, Sam, for as good as he's been, most of his games and most of his performances in these games, against Vanderbilt and last week against Missouri and Georgia, like I do feel like for the most part he's been a B or B minus quarterback. The problem is when you get him to fourth down, he turns into an A+ quarterback. Like he's made some really clutch plays. He had one of the best throws I've ever seen a college quarterback make last week against Missouri on like 4th and 7 from their 40 from Missouri's 40-yard line. I was really surprised that Alabama went for the fourth down, and they did. And Ty Simpson threw it about 25 yards down the field on a rope, and the announcers were like, he couldn't have walked out there and handed it to him any better. And usually you can kind of scoff at that. But in that scenario, I was like, nope, that is accurate. He put it perfectly on the numbers.
That was a nice play. I mean, he's really shown that he's a pretty good quarterback, I think, since that Florida State game.
I think you could definitely say, like, maybe just both quarterbacks are in the right system, too, type of thing. Like, I don't know if Ty Simpson would maybe be as good in Heupel's system and vice versa, because,
I think that's completely fair, too.
Simpson's so good, like, over the middle and the accurate passing, and Joey's just kind of that slinger that can go and get you those deep balls and make the right decisions.
Doesn't seem like Ty's really hitting too many deep balls.
Mm-hmm.
Simpson's good over the middle.
Yeah.
I thought about that this morning, too, and thinking about Ty Simpson. I was like, I don't know if he would be good with Tennessee. I don't know if he'd be having this success. So that's kind of where I ended up. So when Cody asked the question, I wouldn't trade. Now, that's not even me saying Joey's better than Simpson. But, like, I do think what you're saying, Sam, about just the Joey bringing the deep ball back to the offense has helped the offense. But, look, I think the offense has been a little bit more consistent than everyone else has. Like everyone else is doing, backflips for the offense. Oh, all of our problems are the defense. We're number one in offense. I'm like, okay. I mean, I guess.
I saw you arguing online yesterday.
Yeah, I love it. I love arguing online, and I maintain what I say. I maintain it. Like the defense, the hate for the defense has gone too far. I've been saying that on here, for a week and a half, 2 weeks. Like I think the offense has had lulls in every game that the defense has had to keep the team afloat. Now, that's not for me to say that the defense has been perfect. I'm not saying that at all.
Now, there is the fact that the offense is scoring 48.2 points a game, leading the country in that metric.
Well, that's completely fine. Like, if you want to, just for my record, just for my preference and my peace of mind and the way I talk about things, I don't really care what we did against ETSU and UAB. So when you come to me with the overall, number one, 50 points a game, and you're taking those games into account, like I got to be honest, you already kind of lose me when you start there.
Well, no, I don't think that should lose you because I hear what you're saying, but every other team has played those bad opponents too,
and I don't really care about their performances in those games either. Those games are complete throwaways, like for the offense and defense. Like the offense running the score up and the defense playing second and third stringers. Like we were rotating second and third stringers on defense in the first and second quarter. Like I just think that's a complete scrimmage. And if you're coming to me with those statistics, you just lose me.
Yeah, but those averages, that goes into those averages for every team.
Okay, did you not spend all last year like saying the same thing I just said about Nico? Well, he did it against those teams. Of course, when you get to score 77 against UTC, it's going to look better. That's what everyone did.
No. I liked Nico after. I think he kept getting. As we were watching the season progress last year, I kept saying he was getting better.
No, I'm talking about at the end of the year. No one wanted to go back and look at the overall Tennessee offensive stats and take those games into account. It was, well, what'd you do in SEC play? That's what it was. It wasn't like, oh, you threw 330 yards in those ball wins. Everyone's like, let's look at just the SEC play.
I think I was pretty consistent in saying that he had a good second half against Alabama.
Well, I disagree. I think a lot of people pointed out what you did in those ball wins and how it inflated the stats and how, well, yeah, you scored 71 against Kent State and 56 against Utah. If you look at just the SEC games, we got shut out in the first half of these games and blah, blah, blah. I just want consistency. I didn't think it was necessarily fair to prop up Nico of Chattanooga, Kent State, and UTEP, and I'm not propping up this offense or penalizing this defense for what they do against ETSU and UAB. I'm just going to be consistent.
You don't think that this offense is moving significantly better than last year's offense?
Yeah. Where did I say that it wasn't?
Well, I'm just double checking.
No, the offense is better than it was last year. How did you get that takeaway from what I just said?
Well, just your point is that the offense has been more of a problem than the defense has.
I'm saying the offense has had lulls in every game this year.
Yeah, it's not going to be perfect. Like the 2022 offense had lulls here and there. I
think the defense has had lulls. My point yesterday was that the hate for the defense goes way too far.
I don't think anybody hates the defense.
Oh, people hate the defense. Check my replies and look at how people talk about the defense and the way people talk about Tim Banks. Like Tim Banks gets no grace for this season for going out here without 4 or 5 starters or key players and keeping this team and keeping this defense afloat. I think you helped set the tone against Syracuse. I thought the defense played pretty good against Syracuse when the game was in doubt. I thought the defense played pretty good in the second and third quarter against Georgia when the offense took some time off. The offense against Georgia didn't really play good in the second and third quarter. They came out on fire. Don't get me wrong. 3 straight touchdown drives. We were riding high. Then they went punt, turnover, punt, turnover. 5 straight empty possessions where the defense did their job there. Not shut down. They didn't completely shut down that Georgia offense. Don't get me wrong. Georgia was able to take the lead from that moment, but Tennessee's defense at that time held them to a punt, a field goal, an interception, gave up a touchdown, a punt, a field goal, a turnover. So, the defense kept them afloat and kept Tennessee within striking distance in that game.
You're referring to the Georgia game?
I'm referring to the Georgia game.
The one that the defense gave up 44 points in?
Well, I'm going to say 38 in regulation. Yeah. And again, not going to say the team was great. The defense was great. I'm just pointing out the offense, after they came out the gate with touchdown, they went 5 plays, 14 yards, punt. 5 plays, 25 yards, punt. 3 plays, 6 yards, turnover. 3 plays, -1 yards, punt. 4 plays, 13 yards, turnover after Georgia had taken the lead. And Tennessee's defense was able to keep that game in check until Tennessee's offense came back up. Don't get me wrong now. At the end of the third quarter and fourth quarter, Tennessee's offense showed back up and went touchdown. But the defense had, again, 5 possessions where they kept them in arm's distance, kept them within 1 score while the offense completely took its time off and relaxed.
Okay, but the offense scored 41 points. I mean,
the offense scored 38 points. The offense also couldn't cash in a turnover that the defense gave them to put the game away. The offense also couldn't get down there and score a game-winning drive. Again, not blaming the offense for the Georgia game. I'm just saying both parties kind of let them down at different points. That's my point in the Georgia game.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you score 38 points, you should win the game. I don't.
That's fine. Most people would say if you're up and you force a turnover with 7 minutes left to put you in scoring position, the offense should put the game away. I'm not saying
the offense tried to put the game away. It was a missed kick. I mean, let's not.
No, the offense also couldn't. The offense after a turnover also went 3 plays. Let's see here.
Okay, I would attribute that to the play calling. The one where the offense didn't close it out, but
that's the offense.
Yeah, but I mean,
4 plays, 4 yards field goal after a turnover. Like, let's just not act like the offense was perfect. That's all I'm saying.
The offense put you in a position to win the game.
The defense kept you afloat.
There, and Max Gilbert missed a kick.
The defense kept you afloat after the offense floundered. You're going to tell me that the offense didn't take the second and third quarter off in the Georgia game?
Yeah, Georgia did a good job of adjusting to the offense and doing what they had to do, and then the offense came back and still came back with those 2 touchdown drives. It's hard to sell me when the defense gives up 44 points to a team.
That's fine.
Your offense shouldn't have to be perfect on every drive if you're playing defense on the other side.
I'm not asking for a perfect offense. I'm saying that Tennessee had 5 really good drives against Georgia. And then they had 13 drives that game. They had 5 touchdowns. Great drives on the touchdowns. Outside of that, 3 punts, 2 field goals, 1 missed field goal, 2 turnovers. I'm just saying the offense scored on 5 of their 13 drives. That's all I'm saying. 5 of their 13. I'm not going to act like they were that they didn't have their flaws in that game. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not acting like the offense doesn't have flaws.
And one of the scoring drive was, again, 4 yards because the defense gave them a turnover.
I'm not saying the offense doesn't have some flaws, but I think that the defense has given up way too much. They've given up too much on the scoreboard, and they've given up too much yardage, and the offense shouldn't have to outscore. If you're playing good defense, the offense shouldn't have to score 48 points a game and still be in these tight
48
games.
points a game. Again, 48 points a game. That's
all
nonsense.
the other
schools.
That's nonsense.
The offense
it's not nonsense.
The offense scored 20 points against Mississippi State, bro.
All the other schools have also played lowly teams.
The offense also scored.
The
offense scored 20 points against Mississippi State. 20 points.
Mississippi State.
While turning the ball over 2 times, they scored 20 points. Like, you're going to tell me that's like a good game for the offense? Are you going to sit there with a straight face and tell me that?
The offense was not at their best against Mississippi State.
The offense scored 20 points against Arkansas through 3 quarters.
But the defense has not done any favors either. I mean, the offense is having to score more points because the defense is allowing too much.
The offense scored 20 points against Mississippi State. What do you mean they had to go out and score a bunch of points? They scored 20 points.
Okay, the defense also got gashed against Mississippi State. We've got problems with our run defense because we're missing those big defensive tackles that went to the NFL. I said it week 1 against Syracuse that I was worried about it.
The defense got gashed against Mississippi State. Do you want to know what Mississippi State's touchdown drives were? 5 plays, 20 yards.
Yeah, the offense.
15 plays, 75 yards. 4 plays, 26 yards. 5 plays, 17 yards. So 3 of those drives, 20 yards. 26 yards, 17 yards. Like, what do you mean they got gashed?
The offense put them in some bad positions at times
in
that game, but yet they still got gashed. You still hope your defense can come up with a stop. you don't get a pass for allowing a touchdown every time your offense puts you in a bad spot.
Now, if you want to tell me the red zone
look
defense,
at the red zone numbers.
Yeah, if you want to tell me the red zone defense needs to be better, that's fine. But again, you're not going to sit here and tell me they got gashed when they gave up a 20-yard touchdown drive, a 75-yard touchdown drive, a 26-yard touchdown drive, and 17-yard touchdown drive. Again, 20, 26, 17.
We've given up in conference play. Our run defense has been not great. We've been giving up a lot on the ground.
9 possessions against Arkansas, the first 9 possessions of the game, until you got a 3-score lead and went prevent too early. And again, if you want to tell me that the team's red zone defense isn't good enough, I will not argue.
I will tell you that.
And I won't argue.
I think it's clear.
If you want to tell me that the team gets too conservative too early, I won't argue with that either. But I will point out that the offense gets too conservative too. It's a Josh Heupel team mentality that the entire team gets too conservative too early.
And that's a fair criticism. I agree with that at times with Heupel.
You're not going to sit here and tell me we got gashed by Arkansas whenever
they ran for 200 yards.
You don't put yards on the scoreboard.
But that's moving the ball down the field, and they end up with 31 points in the game.
All right, answer this. 17 points through 9 possessions, 4 turnovers. Are you taking that or are you not taking that?
Yeah, but what I'm not taking is the fourth quarter where we fell apart.
Again, the fourth quarter, that is a team mentality.
It's a 60-minute game.
It's not always
a 3-quarter game.
No, it's not always a 60-minute game.
The hell it's not.
It's not. When you get a big lead, you change your mentality. You change your mentality. You go to like eating clock. You try to keep it in front of you, and you're okay with giving yards for clock.
So what happened to the defense in the fourth quarter then?
A lack of aggressiveness. The same thing that happened to the offense. The offense got shut out in the fourth quarter as well. Well, after the very first minute of it, when the defense had them set up for a touchdown as they forced a turnover inside Arkansas's red zone. But the offense, they quit playing too. They threw 1 pass in the fourth quarter.
I mean, if you want to criticize the offense, fine. Like, yes, they've had their flaws. Yes, Heupel's gotten too conservative at times. But if you can't see the defensive issues, I don't know what you're watching. I mean, you're acting like we got the 85 Bears out there, and our offense is holding us back.
See, you're trying to be hyperbolic. I'm not acting like we have the 85 Bears. What I'm saying is that if you tell me that while the game is in balance, while the game is in doubt, until you get a 3-score lead, that the defense has 9 possessions where they give up 17 points against an Arkansas offense that's top 25 in the country, I think that's a good performance. I think that's a good day at the office, and I think every coach in America would agree. I think every fan base would agree. But for some reason, we let 2 garbage time touchdowwe
Yeah, there's another quarter to play. It wasn't garbage time. There was time in the fourth quarter.
You said in the stands that after we went up 17, everyone knew the game was over. You said that.
Well, that's how it should have been had the defense done their job in the fourth quarter.
You said on Monday that as soon as we scored to go up 17, you knew we had it. Everybody in the stadium knew we had it. You know why? Because we had it. When you go up 3 scores in the fourth quarter, you're going to win.
It's not exactly garbage time when the defense cuts it to 3, and then you're fighting to get a first down on the last drive.
If the offense could have burned more time on their drive, then yeah, sure, maybe we don't get that last touchdown up. That goes back to my point of the offense being too conservative. The offense also took their foot off the gas. Defense took their foot off the gas. Offense took their foot on the gas. Both of them. But again,
the difference is that one of those is because of Heupel and his conservative approach. The other one is the defense giving up yardage on the field.
Because of also a conservative approach.
Giving up points on the field.
Because of a conservative approach.
I think it's more about personnel when it comes to the defense.
Then how do they give up 9 points or 17 points in 9 possessions?
You don't call plays on defense. You don't control the tempo on defense. You respond to what the offense is doing.
What do you think a prevent defense is?
You're responding to the offense when you're
not
playing defense.
No, when you're playing a prevent defense, it has nothing to do with what the offense is doing. Like when teams go prevent, that's not because they're trying to stop the offense's formations or everything.
They're in prevent the whole time?
In the fourth quarter, yeah, you start laying back. Go back and watch the fourth quarter and count how many times they actually sent pressure. Every football team does it. That's why the backdoor covers in the NFL are so popular, because when you're up 2 scores, with 5 or 6 minutes left, chances are a quarterback's going to go out there and get a touchdown. Because you're not going to get beat deep, and you're going to try to make them choose some clock and burn it out and hope your offense can go in their 4-minute offense and put the game away.
I see a defense that is opportunistic, and it's made plays at times when it needed to make critical plays. But like I said yesterday, I just don't think you can sustain that when you go up against a quarterback who can really pick you apart. And I think you're kind of walking into a hornet's nest this week that if we're not improved, I think we're in big trouble with that defense over the middle.
Well, I think that's a different argument. Like, I do think, like, what happens at Alabama and whether or not you play better at Alabama or need to play better, that's different than looking at the 4 games that we've already had. Sam, send us a timeout. We'll continue the conversation on the other side. It's Talk Sports on Fanrun Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
With over 60 years of experience in the industry, Merritt Garage Doors has a wealth of expertise in commercial overhead doors in the East Tennessee area. Merritt offers a wide range of door styles like sectionals, rolling steel, high-speed, and sheet doors. They also supply and install a wide range of dock equipment. If your business is in need of overhead doors, no matter the type, look no further than Merritt Garage Door, Knoxville's best and most trusted overhead door company. Contact them anytime for a free estimate at 865-933-5319 or online at merrittgaragedoor.com.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronaknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronaknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Learn to work the saxophone.
Over on YouTube, our Bilby12 writes in, outside of the defensive scores, which I think we have 3 of them, at least in the big games, our offense has converted 8 turnovers into just 17 points. How different do we feel about our defense if we convert turnovers for offensive scores at a higher rate? I think that's a fair question. I think you'd have won the Georgia game if you took a turnover and converted it into a touchdown. I think then all of a sudden you think about the defense making winning plays. I think the Arkansas game goes a lot differently if even at the beginning of the game when you force a turnover on their second drive, if the offense does something with it and scores and all of a sudden you have the lead in the first quarter and you're playing from ahead the entire time, I think the whole narrative of that game changes. That's been a concern. Like if your stat is correct, I got no reason to doubt you, Bilby12. But like if you're saying that we've only converted 8 turnovers into 17 points, like that's abysmal. That's really bad. Steven writes in, our Power 4 only points per game is 42 compared to 48 for all games.
It's 40.5. I just did the math, which is still pretty good.
It is good. Yeah, sure. I mean, again, 20 points against Mississippi State, though. The defense scoring touchdowns helping that offense out a little bit. Why do you think the national narrative is the concern with our defense? Like with Arkansas, is it better to only score 17 first half or allow 17 first half? I don't understand necessarily the question about is it better to only score 17 first half or allow 17 first half. And like 17 for a defense, I don't think that's good by any means. But if you tell me it's 17 through 3 quarters, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Like Bobby Petrino scored, schemed up a touchdown the first drive. It was a great drive. They scored 10 points their next 8 possessions. They forced 4 turnovers. My only point is that I think most people would be happy with that.
So what do you feel better about going into the Alabama game? You feel better about our defense or our offense?
I think the ceiling is higher on our offense for sure. And I think our offense is I think our path to victory against Alabama is just going in there and scoring 38 points.
But I think the offense is going to have to win the game.
I mean, it feels like the offense is going to have to win the game just because, we're an offensive team when it comes to like our offense isn't doing our defense any favors.
Oh.
In the sense of our drives are 2.5 minutes at most, typically.
Right.
Like either we score in 2.5 minutes or we go 3 and out in a minute. Like, I just think when you're playing that way, you're putting more strain on your defense. The offense has to do their job. Now, if you told me that the offense was going to go in there and, hey, we're going to do what Alabama's going to do, which is take the air out of the ball and try to limit possessions and do all that, then sure, I think then you could say your defense could try to win you a game. But when you're playing the way Tennessee plays, your offense has to play really good to win those games. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
Typically.
But So you think if we're going to win, and you have faith that we can win because you're going to the game, you think it's going to have to be a 38-35 kind of deal or something like that?
Yeah, I think Tennessee needs to score a bunch of points.
So are you okay with our defense allowing Ty Simpson to pick us apart?
Does our defense do what they've done and force some turnovers? Does our offense cash in on some turnovers? Like that, those will be the questions.
Yeah, that's the part we don't know if that will continue to be a theme, the opportunistic defense.
They've been good at taking the ball away. Now, I don't know if you can keep replicating fumbles and keep knocking the ball out, but they've done a pretty good job of it so far.
They have. They've made plays when they needed to make plays.
But make no mistake, this year's iteration of the team is an offensive team. Like the offense is going to have to win these games because, again, we're back to playing fast break offense. Defense was able to win you games last year. You slowed stuff down. You played a different style of football. We're not playing that style of football this year.
Well, I just wish we'd commit to one or the other on offense. Like if we're going to play fast, play fast. If we're going to be aggressive, stay aggressive in the fourth quarter.
I agree. Look, and look, make no mistake. I am saying that the offense and the defense, I have a problem with Josh Heupel and the way he coaches fourth quarters.
He hasn't been good in the fourth quarter. I guess Syracuse it was fine, but against Arkansas, Mississippi State, and Georgia, I didn't think Josh Heupel was good in the fourth quarter.
I agree. And when you say Josh Heupel, I think you're just talking about the offense maybe, but I'm talking about just I think that spills over to the defense too. Like I think their fourth quarter mentality hasn't been good. Now, mostly we point to the offense because, yeah, you took the air out of the ball against Georgia. You didn't get aggressive against Mississippi State. I thought you took the foot off the gas on both sides of the ball against Arkansas. I think if Tennessee kept the pedal to the metal and you kept sending pressure and you kept scoring, you could have blown Arkansas out and beat them by 24, and the vibes would have been so much higher for this fan base and the team in general. Like I think that was a misstep. And it wasn't even like you protected players because your players started getting hurt after you took your foot off the gas. I thought it was a real misstep. But to beat Alabama on the road, like both sides of the ball are going to have to play well.
Well, yeah, at the end of the day, whatever the argument is, football's a complementary game. Like you gotta play well in 3 different areas to win. You can't just be good on offense, bad on defense, or vice versa.
Hour 1 in the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. We'll grab Brooks Austin. We'll do a little Alabama film breakdown. Stick with us. Let's talk sports on Fanrun Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fanrun Radio.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together. Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fanrun Radio.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at knoxvilleinsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold wave filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, I'm pumped. Carson Mesco making his debut in Atlanta. I'm excited to see what he does coming to Atlanta to coach Ryan Howard and Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner now in Atlanta. I'm excited to see what they look like tonight.
Not in Russia?
Thought she was in the NBA.
You're listening to Talk Sports.
Two competing jokes, with neither one of them being funny.
Mine got a couple of chuckles from the audience. For sure. There's somebody driving down the interstate chuckling right now.
You do the lowest common denominator comedy. There'll always be somebody in the lowest common denominator. You'll
call it what you will. If people are laughing, they're laughing.
A couple of them.
Laughter is laughter.
A couple of
Not
them.
everybody watches Nathan For You.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
What was your favorite one that he did?
On Nathan For You ever?
Yeah.
There's a couple clips that make me laugh that wouldn't be my favorite skits, but the nail salon valet when he does the Asian voice maybe makes me laugh more than any. The lawyer in Dumb Starbucks when he's like, what kind of lawyer am I?
He does an Asian voice?
Yeah.
What's it like?
He does the very stereotypical Asian voice.
Like, how's it go?
Well, I'm not doing it. It's like, this isn't me doing it. This is me quoting him doing it. So like, this is not what I think of a voice, but he's trying to do a character, right? He was trying to do the stereotypical, what you see in the cartoons, But I don't know. I don't know if I should do it.
On 1340 WKGN.
Well, I just I wonder what it sounds like because I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, well, I'll do it for you. But again, this is not me saying it. This is me quoting someone else saying it, doing an impression.
Okay.
Oh, do you want me to park your car? Hour number 2 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Drink the light, refreshing White Claw Hard Seltzer and listen to Cody's Hour 2 headlines. What you got, Big Mac?
Thank you, John. The very rare complete game last night from Yoshinobu Yamamoto as the Dodgers go up 2-0 in the NLCS against Milwaukee, 5-1. How about that Dodgers pitching, huh? Two games in a row, Blake Snell and Yamamoto just absolutely unhittable. The complete game last night for Yamamoto. Became the first player since Justin Verlander in 2017 to throw a complete game in the playoffs.
Would you have leaned into that pitch in game 1 that guy had in the 9th inning where it was bases loaded, one-run game? Did you see that pitch where he kind of threw it at his knees and people were saying, like, man, this guy should have leaned into that one.
Oh, yeah.
That was a free run.
Yeah, that was the second to last, before they got the last out.
Yeah.
That was the second to last pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. His, instincts took over to avoid it. But he should have.
Everyone on Twitter was like, brother, lean into that one. Go tie that game up.
Had he not dodged it, he would have gotten hit for sure. Yeah, that was a bad instinctual maneuver by him. But, yeah, the Dodgers, they took game 2 5-1. They are up 2-0 on the Brewers, going to L.A. now for 3 games.
Best pitching money can buy. It'd be very frustrating to be a Brewers fan. There's just when a guy like that's locked in, and the fact the Dodgers are able to go and add him to this roster, is just seems unfair at times. But he rose to the occasion in a big moment. Shut him down.
Yeah,
Dodgers are going to beat the Brewers. I mean, the Brewers may have had a better record in the regular season, but the Dodgers are a better team, and they've been here and they've done it. The Dodgers, of course, go into Milwaukee and win the first 2. It feels really far-fetched to think the Brewers could win 4 of the next 5 to steal the series. So congrats on another World Series appearance for you, Cody.
Thank you. It means a lot. And it's important to note, in the years when the Dodgers win the World Series, Vol Baseball also wins the national championship. So
there we go.
So, well,
I don't know if that really checks out.
I don't think it works because Vol Baseball kind of had to do it first before the Dodgers could. It doesn't really work. 2024 and 2024 versus 2025, but we already didn't win it. But maybe it means in 26, Tony and the boys will. I don't know.
West Coast World Series, maybe. Dodgers, Mariners.
That's what it's looking like.
That'd be the most lopsided general fan. Nobody wants to see the Dodgers win. That's just not a Dodgers fan, I feel like, and everyone's rooting for the Mariners.
Well, I always feel like that makes for the best time for sports fans when there's an evil empire and a scrappy underdog, like good versus evil. So that would be cool. I don't know if the Blue Jays, Dodgers. I mean, see, at that point you're doing a Canada versus U.S. thing, so I think enough of America would be rooting for the Dodgers to beat them. So, yeah, sign me up for Seattle, Los Angeles, and by sign me up, I mean that'd be cool. I'm not going to watch any of it.
Game 3 tonight in the ALCS. Seattle's up 2-0. They host Toronto at 8:00 on FS1. Shane Bieber versus George Kirby. So we'll see if Seattle can stay hot as well. Donald Trump is threatening to pull the World Cup games from Boston over unrest in the city. Trump on Tuesday threatened to relocate the matches that were set to be played next year in Boston, or still are set. Excuse me. Parts of which he'd suggested had been taken over by recent unrest. Gillette Stadium, home to the Patriots, is set to stage 7 matches as the U.S. co-hosts next year's World Cup with Mexico and Canada. Trump was asked about the city's mayor, a Democrat, who he called intelligent but, quote, radical left. We could take them away, he said of the games. I love the people of Boston, and I know the games are sold out, but your mayor is not good. He suggested they're taking over parts of Boston without offering details, but added we could get them back in about 2 seconds. I'm not sure what he means by they. Palestinians? Them, especially in warm-ups when you're out there. Just looking at how much bigger Georgia is. He said they're still like that even in the NIL era. Maybe not as much.
Kiffin basically admitted that they spent their last 2 weeks game planning for Georgia and only spent 2 days on Wazoo.
Well, we'll see if it pays off because they didn't look very good against Wazoo. Nebraska quarterback Dylan Raiola addresses the Matt Rule being linked to the Penn State rumors. Raiola says he ain't going nowhere.
Oof. I don't know about that, brother.
You think Dylan Raiola may be in for a surprise?
Raiola might go with him.
Surely not. Surely he wouldn't leave the good people of Kansas City / Nebraska.
I just don't know if you're Matt Rule, you take the job. I just don't know if you are going to get anybody excited if you replace James Franklin with Matt Rule.
It doesn't look exciting on paper.
No, it doesn't.
How many candidates do you feel like are going to be exciting, though? Like, I don't know if that fan base is necessarily going to just be jumping for joy for many of the candidates.
Marcus Freeman was the first name linked. Would you be excited for Marcus Freeman at Penn State? Because, if I was a Penn State fan, I'd be excited for Marcus Freeman.
I don't know if I'd be jumping for joy.
I'd be pretty pumped. But, yeah, I don't know if I'd be like, oh, he's definitely going to win big here. I don't know if I'd feel that way. Signetti would have me pretty pumped. Hell, why not call Nick Saban? Hey, come on. You're from West Virginia. It's not far away. Come on up here. Come on up.
Raiola said it's just people stirring stuff up and making things bigger than it is. He's as locked in as ever to get a win this week. I just have to make sure everyone knows that's our head ball coach, and he ain't going nowhere. He's staying right here in Nebraska.
If you're Penn State, would you be fired up to get Eli Drinkwitz?
Is he bringing Bo Prabula back with him?
Would you be excited for that, Sam? Offensive guy, at least. I think he'd run a better offense up there than James Franklin was running.
I guess.
Because I feel like that should be the floor. Like,
I think it'd go back to like what you've been getting in arguments with Missouri fans on Twitter though about like what's Missouri's best win. Like I don't know if going away from James Franklin, who doesn't really have many best wins, and then just hiring a coach who's been in the SEC for that long, who doesn't have too many best wins under his belt.
Completely fair. I mean, and if I was a Penn State fan, like if I was a cynical one especially, I'd say, hey, this guy ain't beat nobody. Completely fair.
But yeah, offensively, I think I would be a little bit more excited.
Yeah. I mean, personally, like if it was Tennessee hiring Drinkwitz, I wouldn't be very pumped up. But like, if you told me we hired Drinkwitz after Jeremy Pruitt, like sure. But like, obviously James Franklin's been better than Jeremy Pruitt. I'm not saying that, but just like, I just thought his football was so gross. Like I just thought James Franklin's Penn State ball, even when they were winning, was just gross. Like no part did it ever feel fun.
We will hear from.
I would honestly want Alex Golesh, like or some. I just want somebody offensive if I was Penn State.
I saw
scheme somebody open.
I saw Arkansas fans were talking about getting Alex Golesh, and they were excited at the possibility of that.
Yeah, apparently his wife is from Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying like that maybe she would be cool with it. Alex Golesh, I think I'd hold out for something better than Arkansas.
Yeah, I don't want him back in the SEC. I don't want to have to play against Golesh. That would be the worst thing if Heupel lost to Golesh.
Yeah,
you know.
I just think having our offense at another school would also be kind of annoying. Like I get annoyed that like South Florida even plays like Florida to give them a chance to like look at our offense. Like when they played Alabama to give them a chance to look at our offense. It kind of annoys me. It'd be really stupid if it was in the conference. I think Golesh is going to set himself up to be a pretty good name, especially this Memphis game coming up. Like if they're able to win that one on the road,
that's big.
But also just like if I'm Golesh, I think it'd have to be a pretty good job to get me to leave Tampa. Like that's a good city. It's a good recruiting ground. A pretty good path to the playoff there. I don't think I'd leave just for anything. Like Kentucky or Arkansas, like don't even bother calling me. Like I think Va-Tech would be my absolute floor to get me to consider it. Like don't get me wrong, like UCLA, I probably listen just because LA, but it would be. I'd have to do some real thinking about it. And if I'm Tampa, if I'm South Florida, I would probably pony up to make sure that he's happy. Up to a certain point, of course.
If you're already in Tampa, you already got the good weather. So I don't think the UCLA job, I don't think I'd want to deal with that dumpster fire.
I mean, you're probably right. Like, I don't know if I'd take that either.
I'd rather have the South Florida job, I think, than UCLA. I mean, I don't know. You get to be in the Big Ten, which is, a better conference, but you're at the bottom of it. You're a lowly.
It's almost worse. You're just a middling Big Ten team who's trying to fight for a playoff spot, or you can just keep building your program and be that group of 5 team that goes and makes it.
Yeah, I mean, trying to get a roster together, starting from scratch, basically, with nothing to try to get a roster to compete with Oregon and Ohio State. And, I mean, that sounds miserable at UCLA, but I don't know. The Tennessee men's basketball team is in Birmingham today as they continue their preparations ahead of the 2025 season. We'll hear from Rick Barnes at they're doing the media days down there.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell are they doing in Birmingham?
The SEC tip-off. Yeah, I don't know if the team is or the whole team. I don't think so. Tennessee will be represented, it says, by Barnes, as well as Jacoby Gillespie, Felix Akpara, and Cade Phillips. So that's who we'll hear from today. SEC Network providing full coverage throughout the day if you want to get into some Tennessee basketball stuff.
All right, let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll get Brooks Austin on the line. We'll do a little Alabama-Tennessee film breakdown. Figure out if Tennessee's got a shot at going in there and pulling out the upset. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fanrun Radio.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fanrun app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation, Fanrun Radio, Knoxville.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth Only Drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw premium vodka. Please drink responsibly.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area, from Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive. Even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fanrun sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Citizens National Bank.
Kick off this football season with a CNB Plus Perks checking account. Move downfield with free online and mobile banking. And cross the goal line with extended evening hours and Saturday banking. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Third Saturday in October. We're in the midst of Alabama Hate Week. Let's learn a little bit more about Alabama and a lot more about Tennessee. Let's bring in Brooks Austin, the film guy. The Film Guy Network over on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're watching. Brooks, top of the morning to you. What's the biggest thing you learned in Week 7 of SEC football?
Oh, biggest thing I learned looking back at Tennessee defense last night is that they are now a zone playing football team. I don't know, we can get right into the X's and O's off rip here. That's why y'all have me on. We just got done talking about it. The producer, Jonathan, and I were about to record a film study because I think this needed to happen. Now, you're getting better at it, and you need to continue to get better at playing zone. But I think you needed to get back to playing or get to playing a lot more zone coverage, and you did against Arkansas. And here was the result, guys. There were 5 scoring drives for Arkansas out of the 11 total possessions that the Hogs had it. All right, on 5 of those scoring drives, all 5 of them were at least 9 plays or more. The explosive natures were not there. This is one of the most explosive offenses in college football. Y'all made them walk it. When they scored it, they had to walk it and earn it down the field. And here's why I think this is a brilliant change of philosophy mid-season, right? Because y'all were a big-time man-to-man football team, particularly on critical downs against Georgia. Here's why I think it's critical. Y'all got good football players. Y'all got really, really good football players, particularly in the box, right? And I don't know all their names, but I damn sure know their numbers. 20's back and healthy. 51's back and healthy. The whole edge rushing room's really, really good. 19, 29's playing great ball, right? So y'all have really, really good players in the box. 7, Arian Carter, that eventually over a 10 or 11 play drive span, they're bound to make a play. So is the back end, right? Colton Hood's playing good football. Ty Redmond's growing. Eventually, if you make the opposing team walk it, eventually somebody, one of these blue chippers, one of these really good players is going to create a negative and going to put the opposing offense in a situation where they are statistically at a disadvantage, right? Settling for a field goal or punting, right? But here's the key to this philosophy. You did it great half the time. Half the time you forced a punt, right? 5 of 11 possessions or 6 of 11 possessions, Arkansas punted the football. All right, but when you get that ball in that red zone, you got to get off the field and settle for a field goal. They failed to do that in most possessions in that red zone area, right? When Arkansas got it into that area, they scored 4 out of 5 times, right? And only settled for a field goal once. We got to be a little better in there, all right, especially this weekend against Alabama. But we can't live and die off of, dang, I hope my corner over there makes a one-on-one play against that wide receiver 55 yards down the field. And if we don't, we get chunked up like that, like immediately. And now we got 4 and 5 play scoring drives. Can't have that. Not ever in college football.
Brooks, when you're breaking down the film and you get into the fourth quarter of a 17-point game, like how much weight are you putting in on different philosophies or scoring situation? Because I've been arguing with Tennessee fans for the last couple of days of just saying, hey, look, I know you said 11 possessions, but I've been saying, look, the first 9 possessions of the game, Arkansas scored 17 points. Tennessee forced 4 turnovers if you included turnover on downs. And then it was a 17-point game in the fourth quarter. I thought the philosophy kind of changed. So, like, Arkansas did go on 2 touchdown drives after that. Is that something you saw on film? Do you weigh that differently? Is it all the same to you? How do you differentiate?
I mean, the last scoring drive of the football game was 7 straight passes and Taylor Green being, like, individually great in garbage time, technically, like in chase time. So I always kind of just look at that like, dude, are we sitting here? Are we going to flip over there and question Alabama's defensive performance last week in the second half, all because they gave up some like chunk yardage late? No, like I don't do that. I don't think we should do that at all to Tennessee's defense or Alabama's defense going into this football game. It's very similar situations. They got chunked up late in times of the football game that statistically did not matter in terms of the probability of outcome of the football game, right? They were winning those games no matter what with those late possessions. So I don't necessarily think that. What I care about more, you talk about pivotal moments of the football game, coaching, all these things, what are adjustments look like? To me, it's feeling the flow of the football game and feeling those countermeasures. I think offensively, y'all are great at this. The moment you figure out what the defense is doing to you, y'all smacking dudes in the face with the explosives downfield, right? You're great at it because Heupel's great at it, because your offensive staff's great at it. I think your defensive staff has, like I said, done a great job of morphing in the midst of the season and continuing to get healthy. That's the most important thing. My biggest concern about Tennessee defensively right now is run fits, to be honest with you. There are some moments where, man, it's just spitting for 25, 30 yards, and we got some bad tackling angles still and some bad defensive back tackling. So if we're letting it get into the third level of the defense and the third level of the defense is suspect with regards to their open field tackling, that's a problem and a concern, right?
I need you to break out the red pen. I need you to get the Sharpie out. I want you to go to school. You're the teacher here. Grade Tennessee's linebacker play through the first half of the season, because when I watch that's what's jumping out to me as kind of holding this defense back and holding the run defense back a bit.
Yeah. I don't like to be too negative. I've learned that it's much better in this business to love on young players than to hate on young players. But there is no doubt. And I know we're on radio for most of the listeners, a lot of shoulder ducking, a lot of I'm going to get past that offensive lineman and then hope to dive back in on the legs. Like, we can do that when we're 4 yards from the back, but when the back has already pressed the block, we can't avoid the block. We got to stick our face through the chest of the block. There ain't no questions. There's no, like, we gotta stack it. Like, that's it. So that's I'll see a lot of that. Arian Carter is great at a 45. He's great at a 45-degree angle, chasing and pursuing and being an athlete. There are still some room to grow with regards to downhill, I'm going to fit this here run. I also wonder how much of that, and 13 is great in space right now. He's still a young football player, there's no doubt. I wonder how much of that inability to fit the run, though, this past week against Petrino was that dude throwing the sink. Because I do believe Bobby Petrino might have been on a little saboteur mission up there in Little Rock. I want to go back just for the hell of it. I watched it on TV. I want to go back and watch how vanilla that offensive game plan was against Notre Dame. I think he tanked. And then he came out against y'all and might have dialed. I mean, dude, I just told you. He went on 5 scoring play drives that were 9 to 11 play range. There wasn't a single drive on Saturday that was like 60-yard explosive Arkansas scored. No, they earned every single one of them. That's the coordinator and the coach dialing stuff up. And he just scored 13 points against Notre Dame, who gave up 42 at home to A&M.
Yeah, I think Bobby Petrino was on the Kanye saving the good beats for himself type of thing. He saved all the good plays for himself.
Alabama's had a 10-minute or more advantage in possession time throughout their first SEC games. You talk about kind of letting those defensive players make a special play in those long drives. How do you balance letting your guys make plays but maybe not falling into the style of play that Alabama wants to run?
I mean, Missouri hunted them with a lot of pressures, played a lot of cover three. Their first several opponents were rightfully so deathly afraid of everything that they could do, like with their weapons. So everyone played too high. A lot of teams might have tried to play 3 high against them. So it was a lot of, flooding in the back end. But now, like, teams have Missouri changed that. Missouri was like, nah, I got 2 edge rushers. And even when y'all start to chip them, I'm going to continue to add bodies to the box. So that was interesting. I don't know if that's like a recipe there that other people can do. I think you've got great edge rushers as well. Lord knows those 2 tackles out there, they struggle with speed. They do not struggle with people trying to run through them. Georgia runs through and pushes pockets. They don't struggle with that. You're not going to push Caden Proctor. He's 365 pounds. But you can run around him. There's no doubt. Like, you can get around him pretty quickly. You can get around Formsby out there right tackle. So if you start doing that, they start chipping. And that's a great thing. They start burning options doing that. But I don't know if that's necessarily a safe recipe for a full 4 quarters against them. You have to continue to change looks. But their ability to walk the football has everything to do with Ty Simpson's ability to diagnose everything pre-snap, know what you're doing, see what you're doing, and then know where what you're doing is compromisable, and keep continuing to, as Kalen DeBoer said in his postgame, stack plays. I think there's not a quarterback in college football right now that is stacking plays better than Ty Simpson. But here's why I also love this defensive philosophy of let's make them walk it, right? Even if they want to, even if that's what Alabama wants to. They're bad. They're really, really bad right now in the green zone, right? They get the ball in that 30-plus yard territory. They ain't finishing. They ain't finishing like they're supposed to, right? They're not finishing where they're supposed to right now. They make mistakes down there. They take negatives. They settle for field goals. And by the way, their field goal kicker's not all that great. So I like it. I think that's where you get a chance to win the football game. If you can make them settle for field goals, if you can make them make mistakes in that green zone, because, man, there's no consistently stopping what they do. They have too many weapons. They're too good. The quarterback's playing at a too high of a rate.
Yeah, I saw you call Ty Simpson, you compared his mental makeup and the way he's quarterbacking to Tom Brady, to Drew Brees.
Bro,
saying
the
he's
tight window throws, the anticipatory things that he does. The cover 2 hole throws down the sideline, let's get out of cover 2, let's start playing cover 3, the throws over the middle of the field where he doesn't mind, 2 linebackers are split and there's a midfield safety, I'm gonna throw a dart right here, I'm gonna wait to hold the ball. He's taking 5-step drops out of the gun. You find me a quarterback in college football taking 5-step, no hitch, ball out drops in the gun. Nobody's doing it. He's doing it 6 starts in. Nobody's doing it. So there are so many things that he does that are well beyond not only his years, but this sport, like college football. He does stuff that is Sunday bound, and he's going to be there. Like he wins all. Like I think the quarterback position is such a neck up sport, and he wins all the neck up categories. Every time I watch him play, he makes such good decisions, and he gets his team in such the right spot all the time. Now, I don't know how much of that has to do with Ryan Grubb in his headset until the 15-second cutoff, but I don't want to demean what the player is that I see on film. All right. And, I think he's really, really, really good. And we're only 6 starts in. And by the way, he's great in the criticals. He's great in the critical downs. He's great on 3rd down. He's great on 4th down. We had this discussion last night on our channel. One of my co-hosts, Christian Kirby, said he's really good on the critical downs. And I'm like, hey, I put my hand up. I said, if he's the best at the critical downs, does that not make him the best? And he is the best quarterback in critical downs right now in college football. So I think he's playing the best football in college football right now.
A Tennessee-Alabama film discussion with Brooks Austin, the Film Guy Network. Well, if you're Tim Banks, how do you slow down Ty Simpson? How are you attacking him? I know you talked about Tennessee playing more zone defense. When I think, small football brain over here, when I think of a quarterback being able to pick people apart and playing really good from the neck up. To me, zone defense seems like it would be a bad decision unless you're able to really send some, blitzes from places he couldn't see. How does Tennessee slow him down?
I think you remain a zone football team because first and foremost, you can't play man-to-man against Alabama. It's not just the dudes. It's not just the football players that they have. It's the motions. It's the scattering. It's all the bull crap they do, all the motion and eye candy they do pre-snap. They'll line up all in a box, and then he'll just do this, and the whole football team will scatter. Next thing you know, Jam Miller's out there at wide receiver, and Jeremy Bernard's at running back. Like you can't match that. You're not going to man that. So, not to mention, once they get lined up, they're bound to be bunched. They're bound to switch release. They're bound to do like all this crazy stuff. It's all the stuff that you do, but they do it tighter. Does that make sense? Like they do a ton of stuff that is an inability to just line up and play man-to-man defense. So I think that's first and foremost. Secondly, man, again, go back to my first initial point. I think you have great individual players on the line of scrimmage. I think you, on rundowns, I think you hope and pray that 51 and 20 make a great play. They reset the line of scrimmage, and now it's 2nd and 12. And now everybody in the stadium knows they're throwing the football, sack. And now it's 3rd and 23. And now they're off the field. Like that's how you get off the field. And if that happens, if that 3-play they create a negative, they have a false start, which they're bound to have. They have a hold, which they're bound to have, right? If they have any one of those negatives at any point in an 11-play drive, they're off the field. I think that's the way you have to try to stop them. If you're just going to line up and play dude ball, you're not beating Alabama. I'm telling you, they're just way too good individually and now collectively with the way the quarterback's playing. I think you hope on and you execute on over an 11-play drive, one of my box players, whether it be in the run or whether it be in the pass game, is going to beat one of theirs. And statistically, you're going to have a good chance to do so, I think.
On the flip side, how can Tennessee's offense succeed against this Alabama defense? Where are they most susceptible?
I think you have to – it sounds so cliche, and I freaking hate this, but it's why coaches talk about it. But you have to play complementary football. You have to know what the other team or your other unit just did, right? If the defense just gave up a 12 to 13 play scoring drive, hell, Bama's got 17 play scoring drives this year. If that happens, we can't go 3 and out when we get the rock. That's impossible.
That's my biggest concern with this game is just Tennessee not being on the field.
Yeah, so like that to me. I'm with you. I think that's the biggest scare is that like you can't rapid do that. You can't do that twice because Georgia did that. That's what happened in the first half with Georgia. I mean they give up I think they had 12 like 2 possessions in the first half against Bama. So like that's terrifying. So that leans on the run game. That leans on early scripts. Right, like figuring out what they're doing. They're a big-time disguise football team in their back end and what they do. I just wonder how you play disguise coverages against teams that play with as much pace as Tennessee. But again, for example, if Bama gets the football first and goes on a 12-play scoring drive and even just settles for a field goal, let's say it's 3-0. Tennessee gets the ball back, tries to play with pace, goes 3 and out in 35 seconds off the play clock. And if Bama gets the ball back and walks it down and scores, now it's 10-0. It might be 10-0, but that game feels like 20-0 and feels like we just lost an opportunity for 4 or 5 offensive possessions.
All right, Brooks, I got to clear the air. So a lot of our freaks that watch Talk Sports, they also watch the Film God Network, and there was an accusation thrown out there that 2 weeks ago after your appearance where you came, you talked to me and Cody, and Cody was talking about Vanderbilt, that in the next film you were talking dismissively about box score watchers, and the word got back to Cody, and people are saying that you were referring to Cody and his Vanderbilt take as being box score watcher. Is there any truth to that allegation?
Hey, look, I don't know. And look, here's what I will say, and I don't mean to like pat myself on the back, but guys, I had a hit at 8:30 this morning. I have a hit right now at 9:15. I got another one at 9:35. I got one at 11:40 today. I got another one at 1:30. And then I got my own show at 8 o'clock. In the middle of that, we got to film about 2 hours worth of film study. I say a lot of crap. I regurgitate a lot of takes. I take a lot of shots.
Okay.
So Cody,
guy.
not personal. Cody, not personal.
It was somebody else. It was fun.
Hey, it's all good. It wasn't personal with me either. I was just looking over Pavia's numbers. I'm just a numbers guy, you know. I don't know.
He is a box score watcher. He's admitted to being a box score watcher. It's fine.
I mean, I don't know the X's and O's.
Is it an accusation? Is it a shot? If it's true.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't know the X's and O's like Brooks does. I mean, I was a varsity athlete at one time, but it's been a long time. So
look, I think, and I'm not trying to plug. I am trying to plug my stuff. I think the best thing that I do is give you a basis of knowledge. That way, when you see it, you actually do know. Like you don't have to be out here watching like all the tape that I'm watching. You don't have to be a lunatic. I'm not telling you that. But just like if you watch a couple people, you learn a couple things. What man is, what zone is. It's pretty easy to see. It's pretty easy to see once somebody walks you through it, holds your hand, and guides you to water. Then you can drink the rest of your life. So I think that's what you need in your life there, Cody. That's all.
Well, my eye test, the one thing I'd say, the eye test when I look at Tennessee's defense, and we've been arguing about this morning, but to me, I look at Tennessee's defense as a guy who doesn't know the film, you know, all that great, but I don't think Tennessee's defense is very good. Do you think I'm wrong?
I think second and third level, particularly in between the hashes, is very suspect. Very suspect, particularly in the run. That's where I see problems. I see problems in run fits at linebacker and definitely tackling. I don't like to dime people out.
Brooks Austin, appreciate the time, brother. Let you get to your next hit.
Thank you for saving me on that. Thank you for saving me on having not to name a number right there. Y'all got one safety that is not making tackles.
Oh, we know. We all talk about Andre Turrentine. We talk about him. He's uninterested in tackling. We've said it on the air many times. The people know. They see it too. Number 2, Andre Turrentine. He looks very uninterested in tackling at times.
It's hard to watch, man. It's hard to watch. So
appreciate your time, brother. The Film Guide Network. Talk to you next week. We'll recap a Tennessee-Alabama game. Give Brooks a follow. Watch his stuff. You'll get smarter at football. And, you know, Cody, he tiptoed a little bit. Go ahead. You got one more thing?
Cody, you're the man. All love for Cody.
Hey, love you too, Brooks. Thanks, man.
He didn't say he loved you. He just said you're the man.
Yeah.
Sam, send us a break. We'll come back. We'll continue the discussion on the other side. It's Talk Sports on Fanrun Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball that scored points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Whether it's a routine cleaning, whitening for that big event, or fixing a nagging toothache, our gentle team is here for you. With flexible hours, family-friendly care, and the latest technology, Knoxville Smiles makes every visit stress-free. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Call Knoxville Smiles today at 865-539-1776 or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Friday Night Lights are back, and that means so is the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Join me, Tim Hill, a.k.a. Vols Tim 85, and my crew every Friday night starting at 9:30 p.m. Live action, live calls, and all of the biggest talking points in East Tennessee high school football. It's the Friday Night Scoreboard Show presented by SM Athletics right here on Fanrun Radio, 1340 AM, the free Fanrun app, and streaming live on YouTube on Fanrun TV.
I know you just go ahead now. One last diamonds in his pockets, and that's some breath now.
Very nice of him to not take a shot at Andre Turrentine, but like we've been doing it since the first couple weeks. Like, I mean, you can't hide when you watch the game, and then if you watch it again, like I'm not gonna pretend like I get the all 22 version of the film, but I do like to go back and watch the TV copy after knowing what happens and kind of try to see if you can figure out why it happens. And in the Georgia game in particular, it's like, oh, there's that Zachariah Branch screen pass. Oh, there's Tarrentine with a terrible angle. Oh, here's Gunnar Stockton walking into the end zone. Oh, wait, there's Tarrentine with an absolute terrible angle.
Brooks's radio hit schedule sounds a lot like my feeding schedule. Like 9 a.m., 9:15, 10 o'clock, 11:15. Sounds like me eating snacks.
Do you feel like you got to squash the beef, or did it,
No, yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
I don't know why you had to bring it up, but I didn't think there was a beef.
I thought it'd be funny. You didn't think it was funny?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't talk the whole time. I was trying to get you involved.
Well, you didn't do your little.
I did the thing.
You didn't do your little hand signal.
Sam, did I do the
hey,
hand
it's
signal?
your turn.
Sam, did I do the hand signal?
You didn't do your band. Well, you did it to Sam.
I put my hand up to everybody.
Yeah, but you're looking at Sam.
No, I can't look at both places at one time.
Well, typically, if you want me to, you'll look over at me.
Sam, thank you. Bubba, make sure that's on video. Make sure is the P team on video right now.
The conductor over here
because I want Sam on video as Sam shows the audience what I do, and Sam saw it. That's it.
It was one of these guys.
Yeah. Well, either or, like you may go help me out here,
but typically, I'm just saying. Typically, you'll look at me if you want me to interject. I thought you were. I just thought you were looking.
Sometimes
Sam.
I look at you, but most of the time I just look back and forth and put my fingers up.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to go, raise.
I
their
mean,
hand.
I didn't really have anything. Y'all were asking all the important questions.
Okay, well, there's the truth. Don't say I didn't get you in. That I didn't give you the hand signal.
If I wanted to get in, I'd get in. I mean,
right. You didn't have anything, so don't blame me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted to ask about the defense, and y'all were already asking about the defense, so I figured,
right.
Okay,
so it wasn't I didn't get you anything. You just didn't have anything to say, which is fine.
Well, you don't have to take it so personal. I thought
I do take it personal.
If you wanted, but you would look at me.
I do take it personal when you say I didn't offer you a line in as if I was hogging. I gave it up, and I hope you guys know that whenever you want. Yeah. Whatever you want, you can raise your hand and talk.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean like as a teacher, like raise your hand.
Raise your hand.
No, I just mean we got to communicate. Like who's going? We don't want to.
No,
talk
if I want to say something, I'll say something. I just didn't. I didn't have anything to say. But also, I thought, if you asked me if you want me to, you'd look at me.
Sure. Well, I didn't need you.
No, I know you didn't need me.
I didn't need you. Sam asked a good question. And Sam, I hope you know you can always ask more questions if you want. Just get my attention. But like I like to do, and it could be a little disorienting. I don't take for granted that I am, kind of all over the place sometimes, or that, you guys have to just kind of get in where you fit in, because when talking to somebody, like if I hear him say something, I do want to be able to follow up or interject. So like Sam was like, hey, I'm getting ready. He's like, next question. Yeah, I give him 1 second, please, so I can make a comment or ask a follow-up. Then boom, Sam gets
he's your guest, man. It's your interview guy.
I mean, we're a show. We do it together.
But I mean, you're the one that likes,
I mean, I enjoy talking to him.
I like him too.
Yeah, I think the audience enjoys talking to him.
Yeah. I like Brooks. As clearly, I love him, actually. He said he loves me. I love him.
He never said he loved you.
He said all love for Cody.
No, he said, Cody, you're the man.
The word love was used.
By you.
He said it first. I think he said like all love or something, but he used the word love. He didn't say I love you, Cody, but he said.
Are we sure? Are we sure
yes.
Brooks said love?
Why would I say love if he didn't say love? You think
I've heard many girls tell me that you have said that to them without them saying it first.
A lot of girls say they love me. A lot of girls love me.
Oh, Cody.
It's always funny when sometimes I drop the girls off in the Uber and they say, love you. I'm just like, love you too. You know, if somebody says love to me, I love them back. Let's try it, Sam. Say love.
I love you, Cody.
I love you too. Bubba?
He's not speaking today, but he told me that he loves you.
Has he conveyed to you, Sam, that he loves Cody?
He held up a heart.
Yeah.
I love everyone. I love Brooks. I love Bubba. Sam.
Say it to John.
I don't know. If he says it first.
I say it first all the time. I tell all my friends I love them.
Yeah. Love. How powerful.
Sam, you didn't weigh in on our offense-defense discussion from hour one. You were quiet over there. You and Bubba were miming to each other.
I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I think a lot of our defensive struggles are coming from conversions of third downs, like third and long stuff has been a real worry for me this year, and that is something that does give me a little bit of a concern for Saturday, just kind of knowing what Brooks was telling us there about Ty Simpson and how he is a very, smart quarterback and does the right things in kind of those like third and short situations or just getting you into, a good manageable situation to be able to convert. So that's kind of my main worry, but I'm still kind of somewhere in the middle. I have my concerns with this defense, but at the same time, I do think that they're putting us in a lot of advantageous opportunities there, and the offense hasn't exactly cashed in on some of those either.
Yeah, I can live with that. I'm not acting like they're the 85 Bears. My whole take yesterday, it's fair if you want to call me an idiot. Many people did, but I'm fine with that because a lot of those same people that called me idiot. I got called an idiot a long time when I was like, hey, Butch Jones sucks too. And then I was watching last night. I was like, oh, yeah, don't ever forget that the majority is wrong a lot of the time. So I was like, you know what, John, you're okay, buddy. Look in that mirror. You go out there and you argue on the internet and you convince these guys one at a time. And that's what I did. I put my hard hat on and I clocked in for my internet shift and I was just there getting tweets off. But like my whole point is not so much. Now I do think we've been a defensive team the last 2.5 seasons. I do think the defense has carried this team the last 2.5 seasons. And I think this year, my main take was that they have put Tennessee in a position to win every game. You could say they gave up too many points against Georgia. That's fine. I think they kept them afloat. I think they forced a turnover up 5. That the offense, if they cashed in with a touchdown, that was a game-winning play. I think against Arkansas, Mississippi State, I've already made my case. And then my larger point is just like, man, we got people just that hate Tim Banks. And I just feel like that hate has gone too far. That was really my take. It's like, hey, I'm not even making the injury excuse when looking at this defense, but like lost 5 pretty key guys for most of the year. Or, most of the year to this point. Like, that's pretty tough to ask. Like, I don't know how many defenses across the country you could say, hey, I'm going to take away your cornerback number 1, who's a first-round pick, and your cornerback 2 that was pretty damn good last year. Good luck. Like, that's pretty tough.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. And that's why I think it's got so many holes in it. That's got a lot to do with it. But I just judge it by watching. When I'm watching the games, I'm frustrated with the defense. That's not to say I'm never frustrated with the offense, but is
it not more frustrating to watch a team score like your team give up points than it is to watch your team punt though? Like I just think it's like fighting uphill.
I mean, yeah.
Like when Tennessee in the fourth quarter goes, and punts the ball up 10, that's frustrating, but probably only like 3 out of 10 because you're up 10 points. Then, of course, when the defense gives up a touchdown up 10, that's like a 9 out of 10 frustration. But to me, it's both like not doing your job. The offense didn't get any first downs and keep the ball, didn't score. The defense didn't do their jobs and get a stop. So like they both failed, in my opinion. But one feels like a 9 out of 10 frustration, while the other's like, well, they took their foot off the gas.
Yeah, I think that we're, you guys talked about the linebackers, and Brooks was talking about how they're just diving at the legs and not really, form tackling at some points in the game. I wonder too about, we didn't get a chance to ask him, but just kind of at times I feel like we're getting blown off the ball on the defensive line, and I don't put that as much on the linebackers. You know, they need to tackle better, sure, and the safeties need to tackle better, but I feel like we're getting blown off the ball.
Sam, do you feel that way watching? Because, like, that was also just like on Saturday, people were talking about how we can't get a pass rush and everything. And I'm like, man, our pass rush is usually pretty damn good.
Pass rush is good.
Yeah, but like, Sam, do you feel like we're getting blown off the ball on run defense?
I mean, maybe comparatively to last year, I think you're better on the edges this year, and I think you're worse on the interior. And I think last year you were worse on the edge and better on the inside.
And I would like to see what the interior looks like a couple more games whenever your starting defensive tackles are there.
Well, Hobbs was back. You know,
sure, but I mean, get them there, get them up to speed, and like I don't know what the snap count was. I don't have it in front of me, but I imagine first game back from injury, and even for Jackson Moy, they're maybe rotating a little bit more than they usually would. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's not right.
I think my biggest issue is, you know, when Jackson Moy, and nothing against him, but when he's one of your best defensive tackles you're relying on, I think you're lacking some meat up front, and I think that's the start of the problem when it comes to the run defense. Is you're not filling those gaps, you're not clogging those holes the way you did last year. It was my concern coming into the year. Omar Norman-Lott, Elijah Simmons, Amari Thomas, and then it didn't help that you had other guys injured. I think you're lacking some real meat up at those two techs. You don't have. I don't think you have a great nose tackle, defensive tackle situation. Bryson Easton, I mean, he's a big time player, but I think that's the start of the problem. And then the tackling's been. I think it's been pretty poor.
It is funny, and look, I mean, you lost some guys to the NFL. Like, I think they've done a pretty good job reloading, all things considered, on the defensive line. I was watching an NFL film guy, like an NFL draft guy, and he put out a tweet yesterday. It was like, Tennessee's recruiting development at edge rusher has been outstanding. Seems like they have an endless supply of top 50 picks to fill in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pass rush is great. I mean, those guys are awesome.
Which honestly gives me a little bit more confidence for Alabama with what Brooks is saying about how, hey, you can't beat these guys with power, but you can go beat them with speed. I think we're a much better speed team than we are power.
And Alabama ain't been a great running football team for most of the year, and especially if Jam Miller's going to be out, that's going to get even worse. So, like, I do agree fully with what Brooks said, that you beat Alabama by getting them off schedule. Like, you're not going to stop them on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 3. Like, they're going to take 2 downs. They're going to get the first down most of those situations. But, like, if Tennessee has been good at wreaking havoc. Tennessee has been good at forcing negative plays. They've been good at getting sacks. So if those defensive ends can get it there and get Simpson down all of a sudden 2nd and 17, 3rd and 13, like, that gives you a fighting chance. Now, I know we ain't been great at the 3rd and longs in some of these games, but, like, I think we're also undervaluing Arkansas's offense a little bit. They've been really good. You know, I had somebody yesterday in one of my mini arguments, Cody's like putting their numbers and like, I was talking about pace. Like, well, Ole Miss plays this fast. Ole Miss's defense is here. And I said, funny you bring up Ole Miss, buddy. Go look and tell me what they did against that Arkansas offense. Like, let me know what this great Ole Miss defense that you're talking about did against Arkansas's offense, because Arkansas's offense put up 500 yards on them. Arkansas's offense looked better against Ole Miss's defense than they did against Tennessee. So go compare that if you want to, because this Arkansas team has some dudes on offense. They have talent.
Yeah, they do. I mean, Notre Dame shut them down, but maybe that was,
I think that was
like you said, Bobby, just throwing in the.
Well, they threw in the towel, but also like if you're like the offense moved the ball in the first quarter, but then it became painfully evident that the defense was not there to play, and it just completely spiraled. But like, the offense showed signs of life early, but then the defense just boom, boom, boom. They couldn't get a stop, booing, quitting. Like, they didn't look good. The offense didn't look good against Notre Dame for the entire game, but like, I think that was just a throwaway. They look damn good against Ole Miss.
I do think Arkansas's got a good offense. I think Taylor Green's a good quarterback. I mean, so
I think he could run around, hurt you more. I think he's more dynamic. So, like, I do think if Tennessee can do what they've done, which is create some negative plays, I do think that gives your defense a fighting chance.
I think the Tim Banks philosophy on defense for his entire tenure, too, has been the kind of bend, don't break type of thing. And to your point, John, like, you're doing a really good job of getting sacks, getting tackles for a loss, and kind of using it in that sense. And then to Brooks's point, it's kind of if you don't get one of those, you're allowing some of those long drives, but you're just hoping that the talent that you've accumulated throughout these last couple years can kind of make a star play on some.
Yeah, if you have a 10-play drive, like you're going to force a turnover, you're going to get a sack. Like that's the hope. But like, and I just want to be clear about this defense. I think it's getting too much hate, but like it's still got flaws. And Sam, to me, the biggest flaw is red zone defense. If you tell me you're bend but don't break, that means you have to make them settle for field goals. You can't let them finish touchdown drives. And they haven't done a good job of red zone defense. Like that is my biggest problem with this defense. I think if they were better in the red zone, combined with Tennessee being better off of their turnovers on offense, I think we'd look at this completely differently. I do not want to put the cape on and pretend like the defense has no flaws. The red zone defense is atrocious. It needs to get better.
I think I agree with you there, too. If we could shore up the red zone defense, I'd feel better about it.
Hour 2 in the books. We'll kick off hour 3 with some headlines. It's Talk Sports on Fanrun Radio.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronaknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor. But we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220. Or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronaknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fanrun Radio.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right. Zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Hey Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced. Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit matlocktireservice.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports. Talk Sports.
Talk Sports.
Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Overrated, underrated on Wednesday. Fanrun Radio, Talk Sports, said not in my house. I ain't talking to Kimbe. Johnny Cody out here asking where the ops at. Tennessee Volunteers here for combat. It's the Cherokee Ghost, John Reed and Cody doing everything we can to bring Rocky Top back. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Never leave a witness, never leave loose ends. Nico ain't nothing but a nuisance. 2026, we making new friends.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. I want to remind you, if you're a baseball, if you're a softball coach, if you're involved in the game, today at Dick's House of Sport, they're doing their Diamond Clinic. Tennessee baseball assistant coach Ross Kivett, Lady Vol softball director of player personnel, player development, Aubrey Leach will lead the inning. Will lead the evening, not the inning, alongside the Game Changer team. Attendees will gain hands-on instruction covering the fundamentals of the game, long-term player development strategies, and takeaways that you could take and implement into your team. Learn more at dickssportinggoods.com. dickssportinggoods.com. Hour 3 headlines. What you got, Big Bug?
Thanks, John. Looking for an update on Jam Miller. All Kalen DeBoer said yesterday is Jam will be going through protocol this week. So just leaving that pretty vague. They did acknowledge it was a concussion, obviously. He's just going through concussion protocol. So
the NFL's concussion protocol is much stricter, much more regulated than college football's. But the way Jam Miller got hit, it seems far-fetched that he could be ready to play, no? Like, did you see the hit?
I saw it, yeah.
Like, Sam, you saw it, right? I mean, he got absolutely laid out. They had to basically stretcher him off the field. I know they didn't, but, like, he was knocked out cold. They had to get him up. They had to walk him off, like, under, like, the trainers had to basically put their arms around him, put his arms around them, and just basically hobble him off. Like, he got laid out. It was vicious. It was gross. It seems crazy to me that a college player would then turn around and play a week later. Not going to put it past what they do at Alabama. Don't forget that Nick Saban had 2 out there limping around on his hip and got him hurt. Almost ruined his career. But I would be surprised if he played.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't.
I'm interested and nervous to see the injury report tonight for Tennessee.
I think that's the biggest factor of the entire game on Saturday, not even just Ty Simpson. I think if Jam Miller's on that team, they're just a completely different team. I think they're just incredibly one-dimensional without him.
Okay, so you think just Jam Miller in particular is the biggest thing on the injury report and whether or not he plays?
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm worried about it, Sam. You're right about Jam Miller, but I'm worried about it also just from a Tennessee perspective. Just with all the guys we had banged up at the end of the game, I'm just worried that our injury report is going to have like 8 names on it with like 7 questionables and 1 out, and the out's Jermod McCoy.
This is one of those games that I feel like it's like the classic football quote, are you hurt or are you injured type of thing. You're going unless you just physically can't do it.
You're right. Like, if you are at Tennessee, if you are at Alabama, and you can go, like, this is a game you're supposed to go in 100%. Now, we know NIL and drafts and all that's maybe changed it a little bit, but, like, you still have to have some competitor in you, right? You still have to have some dog in you. And like Sam said, if you're able to go, if you're able to suit up, you play this game.
John Calipari says he would retire before becoming transactional in the NIL transfer portal era.
Oh, nice.
He said,
John Calipari saying that?
Yeah. He said, I want to help 25 to 30 more families. The only way you do that is if you're a transformational as a head coach, not transactional. If I become transactional, I'm going to pay you this to do this and that, then I won't do it anymore. I don't need to.
Well, he is like Nick Saban in that regard. John Calipari, for a long time, has talked about, hey, you come here, I'll get you the NBA. Like, he always talks about how much NBA money he's made his players. And by making them, God made Anthony Davis a bunch of money with that late growth spurt. But John Calipari loves talking about all his players he gets to the NBA. So kind of like how Nick Saban, if you go there, you're going to be a millionaire. More than likely, like half the roster at Alabama ends up being millionaires in the NFL. If you're Calipari, you probably wish it was just back to that being the thing that mattered the most, right? Just like, hey, come here and I'll get to the NBA. That ain't the case. You gotta make these guys millionaires now in college, and I bet that is annoying for John Calipari.
Yeah, he said he's just more concerned about helping families. I got 25 to 30 more families I want to help, he said. It's kind of a weird way to phrase it. You could just go volunteer, I guess, if he just wanted to help some families.
Go do it.
USC and Michigan are questioning the Big Ten capital deal. We had this headline a couple weeks ago about this big $2 billion plus private capital deal. Two schools discussed their shared skepticism during a call yesterday, according to ESPN sources. The deal doesn't address the root issue, soaring costs, that has made the need for cash so imperative for athletic departments. Just providing short-term money, sources said, does not solve that issue. So it said that Michigan and USC were both pretty skeptical of the deal.
Okay. Are you skeptical of the deal?
Yeah. I mean, injecting that much money into the Big Ten is not good.
No, and just bringing in private money is just gross too, in my opinion. Where do we stop? We're going to let the Saudis get involved?
When does it stop?
When does it stop? Seriously, how much more money does the Big Ten need? How much more money do they need? What do they need the money for? Like, it's not going to go to the players, right? That's got a hard cap. Like, it's not going to go to NIL. What's it go to?
I've heard the Saudis have already tried.
I mean, Deion Sanders sent somebody over there a couple of years ago, didn't he? Didn't he send one of his coaches to talk?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, like to try to like kick the tires on some money. I'm fascinated to see what happens this coaching cycle. A, the timing of when new coaches get hired, B, how many coaches get poached from a current power job to another. But C, like, are we headed towards a bubble at all in terms of a bubble bursting at all with coaching salaries? If you are Penn State and you're the school, hey, we were paying James Franklin $10 million. We didn't really quite get $10 million worth of value, but how about we pay a new coach $6 million and use the other $4 million to pay our players? How about that? Wouldn't that be cool? And instead of raising money from the boosters to get all that money, like we also just kind of take it and pay the players. Hey, here's $6 million instead of 10, but we'll give you a really, really good roster. Would coaches be okay with that? Because $6 million used to be breaking the bank in the coaching world. Now it's not. Now you're just kind of a mid-tier, not respected guy. But $6 million used to be somebody. So I'm fascinated to see like how the salaries go.
As Aaron Rodgers stepped to the mic on Tuesday to speak to the media for the Steelers, his teammate Cameron Hayward heckled him and said, oldest quarterback's playing this week. Let's go. Icy Hot Bowl.
The Icy Hot Bowl. Him versus Joe Flacco. That's pretty funny.
Rodgers and Flacco will become just the second pair of opposing quarterbacks 40 or older in NFL history to start a game against each other, according to ESPN research.
What a terrible Thursday night game. Steelers, Bengals. I know you're not going to do it, but if I was the Steelers, I'd be pretty careful with Rodgers on a short week. It just feels like a gross game waiting to happen. It feels like there's an injury, a big injury waiting to happen in this game. I know you're not going to bench him, but just keep on with those like two drop passes. Let's get the ball out within 2 seconds, Rodgers. Don't get hit at all.
The Icy Hot Bowl. Rodgers said, I think it's great for all the old guys. I know that when I watch other sports, maybe it's because I'm the older guy, but I tend to pull for the older guys. I've known Joe for a long time. He's been coming to my charity event. Great ambassador for the league. Great career. It's fun that we're both still playing. So we'll see who prevails in the Icy Hot Bowl. Joe Flacco said the one thing you guys can't talk about this week is me being older than the other guy.
That's good for him. You got any interest in this Alan Jackson farewell concert?
I've been on record many times saying the worst concert I've ever seen was Alan Jackson in Evansville, Indiana.
Yeah, I know. I know. I remember. I'm asking. So that I guess that means
I don't imagine it's any better now.
No. Last time he was in Knoxville, the reports were the opposite, just that it was pretty depressing.
Mm-hmm.
And that they had to pretty much just prop him up. I mean, but it's his farewell tour, and there's a lot of big names that's going to be there.
They're going to be on out there with him.
I imagine they're all performing. Then he'll maybe come out and do 3 or 4 songs. Is kind of what I imagine.
Does he have it's a health situation? What?
Yeah, someone. Yeah, he's got a health thing, and I want to say it's something with his muscles and such. I want to say like he has. I don't know what it is, but it's like he has a nerve disorder.
Oh, well, even back in 2012, he wasn't moving around a whole lot out there. So, which maybe it's because of that. I don't know. But it was a very boring show. I mean, I love the songs. I love Alan Jackson's songs, but
the show goes on sale today.
Is that it's Thompson Bowling?
No, Nissan. I
thought you were going to say Neyland.
No, it's a big one in Nissan.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Luke Bryan, Eric Church, Luke Combs, Miranda Lambert, Carrie Underwood, your boy Keith Urban.
Yeah, probably not something that I would go to, but
okay.
I mean, are you going?
No, but I did just get an email from the Titans saying I have pre-sale access since I'm a season ticket holder.
Go ahead and sign up.
Well, I was going to get them and sell them to you for a profit, but I didn't know if you were going. If you wanted to go.
Nah, I don't want to go see Alan Jackson again. I had my fill. Jerry Jones says he's open to a trade before the NFL deadline, mulling room for a George Pickens contract extension. Jerry's open to a defensive trade.
Maybe try to go get Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
They didn't. I thought they signed Pickens to an extension once they traded for him. They didn't.
I think they tried, and Pickens said no because I think they're trying to pay him like a wide receiver too. And he's like, "Nope, I'm about to go get this money." And I mean, it is funny because George Pickens, everything we know about him publicly, like as a person, and like just the way he gets down, the way he acts on the field, just the mentality he seems to have. He does seem like the prototypical player that would really ball out on a contract year. Like he's going to go out, prove he's a top 10 wide receiver, but I would be terrified to give him top 10 wide receiver money because he seems like the moment he gets that money, he is going to lose his mind. But he's been really, really good in Dallas. Like him and Dak have good rapport, and I don't know if I'm Dallas if the best roster building is paying him and CeeDee Lamb together and not paying a defense, a.k.a. the Cincinnati Bengals model. But, he's played really good. He's played really, really good.
Jerry maintains that the Cowboys are still in it.
Still in it, like the season? Like, to make the playoffs? Because I agree if that's what he's saying. I assume that's what he's saying.
That I don't know.
I don't think they're making the playoffs because that defense is just so bad. But, I don't think they're out of it by any means.
I don't have a trade in mind right now. If that comes about, I'll talk about it if someone's on the phone calling, he said.
Although I say he's in it, the NFC's loaded, man. Do you see any of these teams falling out of the playoffs right now? Like, if I tell you, the playoffs, the 7 teams that are in the playoffs right now feels to me like the 7 best teams. And the one that is a little bit vulnerable because of injuries, sure, you could maybe swap them out. But, Tampa, Green Bay, the 49ers, the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Lions, the Rams. If you want to tell me the 49ers fall out with injuries, I'll say okay.
Well,
but then you got the Falcons and Vikings, who I think are right there. The Bears, who look good. The Commanders, who were there last year.
I would say somebody might fall out just because you told me 3 NFC West teams and just because of, competition in the division.
Yeah.
Somebody probably fall out there.
Well, that means it'd have to be like the Falcons taking over the spot, right? Because the Vikings and Bears would both have 3 teams in their division there.
Yeah. I'm not certain that the Seahawks are a playoff team.
I think the Seahawks are pretty damn good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I buy the Seahawks. Now, unless Sam Darnold just loses his mind, but I think we're at a point now after a season and a half where we just have to acknowledge that he's pretty good. But I think they got a really good defense, and I think Jackson Smith and Jigba is a top 5 wide receiver this year. I think they're pretty well coached. I think they're a playoff team.
Yeah, I wouldn't I wouldn't say I'm like certain of it.
Sure.
You know, them or San Francisco, like
Sure.
especially like you said with the injuries.
Like when I see that 7, though, I'm like, yep, that feels like the 7 teams that should make the playoffs.
That NFC is good.
On the AFC side, like these standings are crazy. Colts, Steelers, Chargers, Patriots, Bills, Jaguars, Broncos. Of those 7 teams, like I actually feel like 4 of those fall out.
For some reason, the AFC never feels to me as good as the NFC. Like in terms of the teams, now I know the quarterbacks in the AFC. Like you go, you know, Mahomes, Jackson, Allen.
See, I disagree. I always feel like the AFC is better.
Yeah, the teams don't seem as good to me as the. I don't know why.
No, because the quarterbacks are so good that you just assume like when the Eagles are good, it's their whole entire roster that's good. Like, sure, like in the AFC for your lifetime, it's been like Brady and Manning, and you're like, the teams aren't very good, even though like the Patriots were loaded.
Well, the AFC South just always feels so gross. The AFC East.
AFC South's kind of good this year, bro.
I know it is this year, but like it always feels gross. And most of the AFC West kind of feels gross usually, except for Kansas City. AFC East, except for Buffalo, feels gross. But yeah, I mean, when you tell me like the Chargers are still in the mix, the Patriots are in the mix, like it's a little different this year.
On the outside looking in, Kansas City, Houston, Cincinnati, Vegas, Baltimore. Like, you know, of course, Kansas City, Houston, the Bengals, and Ravens are all supposed to kind of be at the top of the AFC this year. Kind of wild.
It is a wild year.
My Titans down there in 15th place. Good job, guys.
Still not mathematically eliminated.
Still not mathematically eliminated. Hey, I saw from CBS writer Jordan Dejani that teams are 12-12 the week after firing their head coach.
Yeah, 50-50 shot at winning. How about that?
How about that, Sam? What do you think?
Let's do it.
12-12.
Would be hysterical if we could beat Vrabel in the first week that we fire Callahan.
Since 2015. Look, I mean, if any of our players, and the answer is probably not, but if any of our players have any damn competitive spirit, any damn pride, they come out and play this game like it's their Super Bowl. Like if you're Jeffrey Simmons, I feel bad calling Jeffrey Simmons out because he's legitimately been the best defensive tackle in football this year. Like he's an all-pro. But like you come out and you dominate this game and you don't let Vrabel beat you. I don't know how many other guys are actually still like left from the end of that time, or at least like from the good Vrabel years. But like if you're Jeffrey Simmons, you do everything you can to win this game. It's going to really sting when they
play your ass off, Jeffrey Simmons, and Morgan Cox. You snap the hell out of that ball. That's about all we got from that team.
It's going to be really annoying whenever the Patriots beat our ass and then they trade for Derrick Henry. And Jeffrey Simmons gets traded to Baltimore. That's going to really suck.
Tough times.
Any other headlines?
Yeah, that'll do.
All right, then. Overrated, underrated, coming up next.
For the fans, by the fans, this is Fanrun Radio, Knoxville.
Hey, folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah. They specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything, sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332-941.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Overrated. Very overrated. It's overrated. Overrated, my friend. Overrated. I'm going to tell you why.
I think that's a solid rated right there. It's perfect rated.
He underrated, man. He got some swag. He has some real swag. Lobsters are underrated. They don't die.
For a little bit of overrated.
Wait just a damn minute. So Bubba's had a season-long gimmick here where he asked overrated, underrated based on who our opponent is.
Uh-huh.
It's been a pretty good gimmick, I believe.
Yeah.
But the biggest week of the year, Alabama, he leaves and doesn't do it. He goes on strike and doesn't do it. Did he send you the topics at least?
He left me with Alabama-related topics.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well,
yes.
At least he took care of that. All right. I can't be too hard on the guy. All right, Sam, go ahead.
He kept the bit rolling. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right, leading things off, overrated, underrated, Forrest Gump.
Overrated. I mean, I've always enjoyed it the times I've watched it. I don't hate it or anything. I've seen it 2 or 3 times. But, I thought they did Shawshank dirty there. I thought Shawshank was better. Was that the same year?
It was.
It should have won Best Picture, right? Didn't Forrest Gump win Best Picture?
Lion King should have won Best Picture.
Well, yeah, it was stacked, right? Wasn't there another big one? Pulp Fiction. Jeez, yeah.
All of those were all in the same year?
Yeah.
It was a stacked year.
Which I don't think Lion King actually had a chance to win or whatever, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
test of time.
Pulp Fiction and Shawshank, I'd take them any day of the week over Forrest Gump. It's a nice, heartwarming story, I guess. I mean, in hindsight, though, wasn't it kind of problematic? The way Jenny did Forrest. I mean, he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve the way he was treated by her.
It didn't age well. I will say that the Jenny Forrest romance did not age well. It seems as if this is a very promiscuous woman that is taking advantage of a mentally handicapped man, a man that is clearly not all there. She runs off, gets the HIV, comes back to him after he's rich and says, hey, here's this son that I've been hiding from you. Like, in hindsight, that is not a very good love story.
Also kind of a pro-Alabama Crimson Tide movie, right?
But at the same time, she didn't have an easy upbringing, you know. They talk about what her daddy did to her. And she was a good friend to him his whole life in terms of being there for him when he had nobody else. So, like, maybe she wasn't in love with him because, I mean, how could she be? You ever listen to the guy talk?
Right, yeah.
But, like, she was a good friend to him.
And then there was the whole thing with the running. I mean, that just felt unrealistic.
The running part was dumb. The running part, it doesn't age well in the movie. I don't like that part of the movie. I get the idea of it because the whole movie, you know, they run, Forrest, run. Like, that's the whole concept of the movie. Just run. I mean, that's the main takeaway. But, like, him just running. Also, basically, they can set up a joke that he creates the smiley face shirt. Seems like a misstep in hindsight on the rewatch. I don't like it.
Life being a box of chocolates. I mean,
I just kept running and running.
I mean, really, you do know what you're going to get inside. You know, there's only a few options. You don't know exactly, but you're not going to get like a nugget of gold.
Honestly, just the women in Forrest's life. I mean, his mama was kind of the same way. His mama loved him, but she was also a promiscuous woman. I mean, she was banging his doctor, right? Like
she was a hooah.
I do love just she's coming back with me to Greenbow, Alabama. Lieutenant Dan, I mean, great character. Bubba's a great character.
I like Lieutenant Dan.
I know that Forrest Gump hasn't aged super well in terms of being an all-time great movie or nothing. Like, it definitely doesn't hold up cinematically as good as Pulp Fiction or Shawshank Redemption or even The Lion King. But I will say I like Forrest Gump. I'll say it's underrated. It's become underrated.
Underrated?
I think it's underrated. It's a feel-good movie. It's good. A lot. It's underrated to me just because maybe I just referenced it so many times with my friends, or maybe we watched it, but I enjoy it. I kind of wonder what would have happened in the sequel had 9/11 not happened. They had turned the script in on September 10th.
Really?
For Forrest Gump 2.
Thanks, Bin Laden.
And then after that, they're like, go ahead and scrap that. A, it doesn't feel important, but B, we'd have to include this. Forrest just goes on and experiences life in the 90s and 2000s or whatever. But it's like, let's just go ahead and scrap that. Can't do that. Sorry, I ruined your Black Panther party.
Alrighty. Overrated, underrated. We got white barbecue sauce.
I got to go very overrated. I don't care what color the barbecue sauce is. It's a little weird when it's white because typically it's supposed to be brown, but it's not like it really adds anything to me. Like the fact that it's white. I've had it a couple of times and it was fine, but like, when I hear white barbecue sauce, I think pretty overrated. What makes it white? Do we know?
That's what I was going to ask. What's the concept behind white barbecue sauce? Is it just the color? Does it taste different? Because I don't know if I've ever had white barbecue sauce, at least not intentionally.
It's an Alabama thing.
Well, then I definitely hate it.
Overrated.
It's got a little like creaminess to it. Is there some
horseradish? It looks like.
Is that what it is?
Oh, then yeah, I definitely don't like it.
Or maybe just mayo.
Ooh,
yeah. Yeah, it seems like it would be mayo based.
Don't like it. Not a fan. Overrated. I don't even know if it's proper. I don't even know how people rate it. I don't even know how highly people think of it, but I don't like it.
I ate at the place down there that's so famous. What's the one? Dream Barbecue or whatever. I mean, it was fine. It was all right. The one in Tuscaloosa there. I don't know if they're based out of Birmingham or whatever. Good enough, decent, fine, but yeah, overrated.
Overrated, underrated. Talladega Nights, or just Talladega. He had them both down here.
Which one is it? Because which one do you have? He had both just under. He had one back to back.
Talladega Nights / Talladega. I think that's just.
This is exactly what happened in trivia yesterday when I got
Bubba.
screwed. And apparently, Australia does have 2 active volcanoes per one of our listeners. in their surround in Australian territories. Australia has 2 volcanoes, just according to one of our listeners. Just for the record,
not in Australia continental,
but it's Australian
territory.
I mean, if it's in Hawaii, we count it for America.
Well,
no,
Hawaii is a state. What if it was in Puerto Rico? That's a U.S. territory, right?
It count.
I don't know.
It count to me.
I don't know about that.
It count to me, but I digress. Talladega Nights, overrated. Talladega, I don't rate it at all, so I guess I'll say underrated just because surely it's better than 0. Talladega Nights is a stupid movie. That was really the downfall of Will Ferrell. That was really the moment I realized I don't think I like Will Ferrell. I don't think I like this guy that much.
If you put yourself in that moment, though, as a kid, like
that's the key word. If you're a kid, you'll like it. I don't think I was a kid when it came out.
I was still a kid, and it was kind of. I mean, I thought Talladega Nights was fun. Like, it's humorous. It's not the funniest movie ever. It's not a great movie. It's not Will Ferrell's best. Like I liked Anchorman a lot better. But I thought that little run where he did Talladega Nights and then Step Brothers and all that, like, it was fun. My connection to Talladega Nights, I remember when they were filming that movie because it was a big deal the week we were at Talladega that year of the race. We gone down for the Talladega race, and the movie was the big celebration. They were really promoting it, and like, I always remember that, so I think I like the movie a little more because I had just been to Talladega.
The only thing I appreciate about the movie, as we've gotten away from it, is just the dad. The dad, I like the dad.
Yeah.
Hell, Bobby, I was high. Hell, Bobby, I was drunk.
Ricky,
what do you say?
Hell, Ricky, I was high when I said that.
Ricky, I was high.
You always said it to me, Daddy. If you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah.
Hell, I was high when I said that, Ricky.
Yeah.
I don't,
You can be second, third.
Yeah, you can even be fourth.
I said it stayed with me, but I guess it didn't because I didn't really remember the quote. But
I
like his dad's character.
I like when they put the big cat in the car. When they blindfolded him and put the panther in the car.
Yeah.
You gotta drive. I mean, I still laugh at that. Like, blindfold the guy and put a panther in there, and he's like, you gotta feel that engine. It ain't about seeing what's in front of you. And he like runs through a fire hydrant. I liked it at the time. Now, Talladega is a race. I go underrated. The track, the whole experience. It's basically like an SEC game day is what it is. It's south, so everybody just gets together and a lot of beer drinking, a lot of fun, a lot of tailgating, stuff like that.
Time to get drunk.
Yeah, the race is cool, man. The race is cool. Those guys come by at 200 miles an hour, and now I will say you can barely see them. Like, if you're up in the stands, you can barely see them when they're on the backstretch because the damn track is so big. I mean, it's a 2.5 mile track, but it's fun. There's always a big wreck. The race is a good time. Probably my favorite NASCAR track. That's one we always played on the video game too. Bump draft.
Overrated, underrated, plain football jerseys.
You ever see that clip of Dale Earnhardt going from like 18th to the lead?
Oh, yeah.
In like 4 laps.
Oh, yeah.
2000 Talladega 500.
That was really just all the proof I needed that NASCAR was fixed, that it was like it was staged.
No, that was just Dale working the draft.
It was basically WWF wrestling as far as I was concerned. It was what do they call it, a roller derby that used to come on TNA or TNT, whatever that channel, not TNT, TNN. Yeah, it was so fixed.
No, that was a masterclass driving.
Do you think that was real?
Yeah,
okay,
100%. He was working. Nobody could work the draft like Dale Earnhardt.
Sure,
at those restrictor plate tracks.
Yeah,
Dale was the best one ever at doing that, and he taught his son. Dale Jr. was pretty good at it too.
Yeah,
I miss Dale.
It was about playing football jerseys, not Dale Earnhardt's drafting techniques.
Well, playing football jerseys, I'll say underrated. I hate to give them props, the week of the damn third Saturday in October.
Oh,
but
my God.
I like what Alabama does.
It's supposed to be Alabama Hate Week, and here he is pining for Alabama's jerseys.
I think we're past the days of, oh, no, the alternates. Oregon ruined college football in many ways. I think tradition. I think Alabama does it better than anybody. Alabama, Penn State, Auburn. There's a few schools that never stray from their home and away uniforms.
Boomer, whatever you say.
I'm sorry, you
Boomer.
need shiny chrome cleats and your little.
Look at the simplicity of the jersey.
Oh,
They
yeah.
haven't changed the helmets at all.
You gotta have
Do
your
you
little.
see the number? They have the number on the helmet.
You gotta have your little chrome helmet.
It's white.
Your little anthracite jersey. Your little. Oh, look, we're wearing bright yellow this week, but last week we were in lime green. Now we're in dark green. Now we're black. We're all black. Look at the silver. Like, so overrated. Give me red and white, blue and white, orange and white.
Very weird to
Tradition.
start with red and white, huh?
Well, I mean, we're on.
Go ahead and cut that out,
Alabama
Zach.
thing.
Cut that out. Give me red and white. Crimson Cody at it again.
Keep the context of what I said.
The
after that.
jerseys. I just love the simplicity.
I like the tradition of it.
Boring.
I like it. Properly.
Boring. Mix it up.
Underrated.
Mix it up. No swag.
You like Penn State's jerseys?
I like Penn State's jerseys. I like what Alabama does. I like when we go traditional. There's a reason Danny White goes traditional in our rivalry games because
people like you. Because of people like you that would get online and cry about it and tweet at him nonstop.
Because that's us. All these people.
Oh, where's my dark mode? Where's my dark mode? When am I gonna get a night game? Go traditional, Danny. Go traditional. Wear orange on the road. Let them wear their red. Let's go traditional,
I was gonna
Danny.
say, do you want both teams in their home
Hell
colors
yeah.
too? Yeah, I
Hell
think it
yeah.
does look good.
And I want it back at Legion Field too. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Let's run it back.
And whites only on the field.
Whoa.
That was Cody's words. That was Cody's words.
No, you're the one that said it.
Yeah, but I was doing a bit. It was Cody's words.
Some comedian had a bit. Was it Bill Burr? Or I think maybe he was talking about when Alabama used to be whites only, and they played a game against USC, who had integrated, and USC beat the brakes off of them.
Shane Gillis, I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh, was it Gillis? Yeah. Sorry for the misattribution.
I think that's one of the first things I've seen from Shane Gillis.
USC came out and just pummeled them, and Bear Bryant's like, maybe we'll get some of them black players on our team.
Well, that's when racism, I won't say died in Alabama, but whenever it maybe died a little bit in Bear Bryant, whenever he was like, you know what? Hold on.
The only thing more powerful than racism in the state of Alabama, Crimson Tide football.
Especially if they're getting embarrassed. I like traditional jerseys, Sam. I like when you mix it up a little bit, too. I love missionary. You want to switch it up every now and then. Doesn't mean missionary's not great. Doesn't mean I don't love it. Doesn't mean it's not even really kind of my preference. But, hey, you want to try something different every now and then. That's how I feel about the jerseys.
What missions have you gone on? You do missionary work?
The only time I was affected by one, a guy ran into the back of my car when he was coming back from one. Just drilled me. Just absolutely drilled me. And I saw it coming too. I was on Highway 68 going to Crossville, trying to get to Nashville on the 4th of July weekend. And traffic was a little bit bad on that highway, and somebody was trying to turn left, and there's only 2 lanes, so we had to wait for oncoming traffic. And I kept looking, and I kept looking, and this guy just kept coming and coming. I was like, oh no. Brace for impact, Frank, and then boom, runs right into my back. And I was like, bro. I get out of the car, like, what the hell? He's like, oh, I'm so sorry, man. I just got back from a mission trip in Haiti. And he had Jesus Fish sticker on his car. He's like, I haven't slept in 48 hours.
Oh, great. You should really be on the road.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, all right, brother. I was like, you should maybe think about getting some sleep. And so, I was like, you're putting people in danger. But I was like, all good. He gave me his insurance, which his insurance paid me basically the next week. So
he let Jesus take the wheel, and Jesus ran full throttle like he was at Talladega.
Jesus was trying to put me out, I guess, because he ran right into my back. And I was like, I don't really want to wait for the cops because it's Friday. It's like 5 o'clock. It's 4th of July weekend. I was like, I got to get to Nashville before this traffic gets too bad. So he gave me his insurance. I was like, let's just go. My car's fine. Your car's fine. Let's just go.
Why weren't you on I-40?
It's not the quickest way from the farm.
It was quicker to go.
Yeah, it was
Highway
quicker.
68?
I lived off Highway 68 in Nyota. So I'd have to go all the way back up to, Lenore City Split and go around.
Be out of the way.
It'd be out of the way. Or I'd have to go down, God forbid I go down and go through Chattanooga and up. So it was easier to just go from, right there off Highway 68 in Sweetwater, just boom. Highway 68 will take you all the way to Crossville and get you on the interstate in Crossville.
I got you.
Now you got to run where you ain't got no phone service for a little bit through Grassy Cove.
Grassy Cove.
You got to be careful going down through there. Like, if it's early in the morning, it's really foggy, kind of dangerous, but pretty drive.
Yeah. Sounds dangerous when 48-hour Jesus is behind you.
Yeah, and you got to go up a really windy, mountain road. So, I mean, it ain't for the faint of heart. You don't want to do it when weather's bad or nothing. But
was that after the earthquakes in Haiti?
This would have been probably sometime like in 2013 or so. So I don't know when the earthquakes were in Haiti.
I don't remember.
And it might not have been Haiti. It might have been a different country. But I believed him because he had the Jesus sticker on his car, which may be a good move if you're a bad driver. Just put that on there. And if you get into a wreck, maybe people will be nice to you. I was. But he gave me his insurance, and we handled it. So all's well that ends okay. I never got the dent fixed in my car.
That's because he was praying about it.
No. I took the money. I just pocketed the $1,500 and said, it's fine.
Oh, that's insurance fraud.
Is it?
I don't know.
Is that fraud?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's fraud. It's my car. I can do whatever the hell I want with it. It was paid for.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Oh, well, if it's insurance fraud, strike that from the record. Maybe just cut it out of the podcast.
Statute of limitations.
Yeah, that's right.
You ought to be good by now, surely.
Sam, you got anything else? Did Bubba give you anything else?
We got some more.
Give us one more. Make it the best one.
Channing Tatum.
Is he from Alabama?
Yes.
Really? Is he an Alabama fan? Please say no.
I didn't really see that. I just saw that. I was wondering why Channing Tatum was on this list, so I just looked up Alabama, and
he's from Coleman, Alabama.
Born in Coleman.
I love Channing Tatum. That's my guy. He's in my top 5 actors. Woody, McConaughey, and then maybe Channing Tatum might be number 3, honestly. Like
one of these is not like the other two.
Which one's not like the other?
2 of those you mentioned were great actors.
Channing Tatum's a great actor.
He's not Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey.
No, he's not, but he's a great actor. He's good at what he does. Now, he maybe doesn't have the chops, sure. Maybe he can't carry, the super dramatic roles, but I enjoy it. Every time I see Channing Tatum on screen, I'm like, I like this guy. I like him. He's funny. Big fan. I wanted to go see his movie last night, but I had to watch Dancing with the Stars instead. I wanted to see this new movie, Roof Man. I thought it was cool what they did. Have you ever seen 22 Jump Street? Are you familiar with that at all, Cody?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Well, at the beginning of the movie, he's playing it doesn't really age well, but a character that seems like maybe he's got some mental problems, but he's like, my name is Jeff. So that always gets referenced, especially if your name is Jeff. So he's like, hey, if your name is Jeff, you get 1 free ticket to my new movie because I'm sorry for all the time somebody has said that to you. He's like, I'm sure it's happened. If you've ever been a victim of it, I'm giving you a free movie ticket to this movie. Just go to the box office and say your name is Jeff. I thought that was cool. Plus, he's with Zoe Kravitz, and I think she's pretty sexy. So,
how would they know? Are they checking your ID, you think, if you're Jeff? Or do you think anyone can just go to the box office and say, I'm Jeff?
That's a good question, Sam. I don't know.
You should try.
I got the movie pass already. But if you want to try it, go for it.
Well, maybe that's like a good backup. Just
let's see.
Go say, hey, I'm Jeff, but then I was just playing. I got the movie pass.
Roof Man, name is Jeff. Let me see what the promotion says. Let me see what the name is.
I always thought that Channing Tatum kind of looked like he was like he kind of won the genetic lottery, but he was really close to being like a chromosome short. Like he, like it was kind of teetering. But then when he came out, he ended up winning.
It was only Thursday or Friday at Alamo Drafthouse Theater, so it's not like a nationwide thing. I kind of know what you mean about Channing Tatum.
Yeah, he skirted by though. He got just enough to where.
Do you feel that because he just kind of plays like a dumb guy role?
That's
feel
probably
like
part
in a lot
of
the
it.
Movies that he's in,
it may be part of it.
He didn't always play that role, but like once he did 21 Jump Street, he's like, okay, this is my lane. This is what I'm good at. But like he was in G.I. Joe, like he. Step Up, he was like the cool guy. Like Coach Carter, he's like the cool guy, like the bad boy. That was his role at first, where he was like the mysterious bad guy who could dance. Like, hey, maybe from the wrong side of the tracks, but hey, he's a good dancer. Magic Mike, that's kind of his, like, hey, I could dance. But then, yeah, they're like, you know what? Actually, you're just kind of a goofball. And it worked.
I mean, I remember the girls loved him, he was big when we were
got to
coming
step up
in school. And
he was a dancer.
Yeah.
Magic Mike, he was a dancer.
Did you like Magic Mike?
It's a good movie.
Yeah. I never saw it, but
I say it's a good movie. I enjoyed I watched all 3 of them.
You and the girlies had a good time watching it?
No, I watched it by myself.
Oh, okay. Just you and a bottle of lotion, huh?
I mean, there's more stuff to it than the men dancing. There's a storyline to it. And again, I like Channing Tatum. I didn't think that he was going to dance out of the screen and assault me. I thought it'd be fun. The dancing is just a very small part of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, I don't really have any takes on him. I don't think I've ever really watched Channing Tatum as an actor, but I'll go overrated since he's from Alabama.
I hope he's not an Alabama fan. I do love 21 Jump Street. He's great in it. I don't know if he can carry a movie, though, to be honest. Logan Lucky. Have you ever seen Logan Lucky? That one's great. If you ever want a good bank robbery movie, you would like it. They rob a NASCAR track.
I don't like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's robbing NASCAR tracks.
It's built around NASCAR.
What do you steal from a NASCAR track? Engines?
They got money. I guess they had a safe underneath it or something. They explain it in the movie.
Oh, that's what that's about?
Yeah.
I remember seeing the previews for that, and I was like, this movie's going to be terrible.
No, it's good. Him and Daniel Craig and Adam Driver and Hilary Swank. It's a pretty good movie.
Okay. I couldn't tell if it was a racing movie or what it was really about.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
A little bit of both. But I don't know if he carries that movie. Dog. You ever watch Dog? He carries that one. Well, him and the dog. I guess the dog's the title character.
I think I have, actually.
Yeah, that one got me in my feels because, he's a military guy and his military buddy dies.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But the military buddy's, basically says that he wants Channing Tatum to take the dog across country to, the retirement home that he needs to go to.
Oh, was it sad because there's a dog?
And it's they both have PTSD. They're both sad. He's got PTSD from the war, but the dog's sad because his owner died. So
that's a good trope.
They kind of bond together, and of course, spoiler alert, he ends up keeping the dog. They learn from each other.
Lassie. Remember Marley and Me?
Dog. Yeah,
that was a sad movie.
Blink Twice. That one came out recently. That was a pretty good thriller. If you're looking for a horror / psychological thriller, Blink Twice is pretty good. Fly Me to the Moon though kind of stunk. Don't watch that one. Last call on the other side. It's Talk Sports on Fanrun Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fanrun Radio.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Whether it's a routine cleaning, whitening for that big event, or fixing a nagging toothache, our gentle team is here for you. With flexible hours, family-friendly care, and the latest technology, Knoxville Smiles makes every visit stress-free. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Call Knoxville Smiles today at 865-539-1776 or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Citizens National Bank.
Kick off this football season with a CNB Plus Perks checking account. Move downfield with free online and mobile banking. And cross the goal line with extended evening hours and Saturday banking. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Out to producer Zach. Sitting in the last hour, you said you had a tidbits about what Cody was just talking about?
Yeah, so apparently his fandom of Dale Earnhardt coming back from 18th was 25 years ago today.
25 years ago on the day. What are the chances?
How about that?
What are the odds?
I think the Wingstop 500.
I didn't even know Wingstop was around back then. The old
Winston.
The Winston 500.
Yeah,
That checks out. Yeah.
Not the Wingstop.
Yeah. That's back when you could still be sponsored by cigarettes. I mean, it was a hell of a maneuver, the great maneuvering by Dale all the way to the lead. Very impressive. Fall race at Talladega. I tell you what else was anniversary 3 years ago today. You know what that was?
3 years ago today?
10-15-22.
Was that when we lost to Georgia? No. Hold on. Sorry. Skirt. Rewind. Is today the anniversary of us beating Alabama?
It's when we slayed the dragon.
Interesting.
Cut the head off of Nick Saban.
Georgia would have been a couple weeks after that. Like beginning of November. Sorry.
3 years ago today. One of the great memories of being a Tennessee football fan.
Hell yeah. It was.
Best memory of the last 20 years.
Did you guys see yesterday that apparently in years past, the Celtics let the media play against the media, and then Joe Mazzulla said, no, you guys are playing against the coaches today. So it was Celtics media versus the Celtics coaches, and they won 57-4.
The coaches?
Yeah.
That checks out.
I think they should do that for everybody.
It feels like a very passive-aggressive way for Joe Mazzulla to try to say that they don't know anything about ball. Remember this next time they try to question our decisions and such.
These nerds can't dribble.
They got beat 57-4. Now I'd like to know if the media got to practice at all. I bet the coaches in there had plays and stuff they're running, but they're also probably made up of mostly former NBA players. Who's on the Boston Celtics coaching staff? At least guys that play in pretty much in D1 or D2, I would imagine. Right? Yeah, 6'9", Emil Jefferson.
Yeah, he played for Duke.
Phil Presley, Deshaun Butler. Yeah, they got actual really good Division I players. That's not fair.
Well, shout out to that reporter who scored 4 points on former NBA players.
Yeah, whoever scored 4, they probably feel pretty good.
I assume it was probably the same guy hit 2 buckets, or maybe they called fouls and they got to take free throws.
You think Joe Mazzulla would he'd have a little more respect for you as a reporter if you're diving on the floor for a loose ball and
maybe
or something like that?
Oh, Mazzulla's a psycho.
Yeah.
God was also playing.
God Shamgod?
God Shamgod, yeah. Even Mazzulla played. Mazzulla himself played. That's mean. These
nerds don't know ball.
I'd like to think there was at least one hard foul. I hope somebody in the media got one hard swiping on somebody. That'll do it for us today. If you missed any of the show, check out the podcast. Shout out to Bubba, Zach, Sam, Cody, Brooks, myself, all the freaks who watched it. The Tony Basilio Show coming up next. Stay locked in on Fanrun Radio.
Take Fanrun Radio with you on the all-new Fanrun app. Just search for Fanrun Radio wherever you download your apps.
Merritt Garage Doors and Services has been serving the East Tennessee community since 1963. At Merritt, quite simply, the customer comes first. Their door specialists will not try to needlessly upsell you because they are not commission-based like other places. This allows them to focus on your needs and not their pockets. They offer a range of beautiful garage doors in a variety of styles to suit the architecture of your home, and they will supply and install a wide range of garage door openers and accessories to take your garage door to the next level.